There we go. Weird. Okay. Oh, of course. Always gotta have a couple of issues. It be that way. Anyway, let's go to the stream. Hello. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. I might actually fix my person. 1 second. I feel like need to reset the position. And then bring it back up. There I am. Hello. Welcome to the stream. We're gonna play more Ace Attorney. The Great Ace Attorney the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Oh boy. Okay, let me go. Up. Stop the music. Grab the Scott. Oh wait, shit. Good voice call. There we go. Hello? Hello? What is going on? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, why? Maybe? No? There we go. Hello? I can't hear you. What is going on right now with my garbage settings and stuff? Let me see. Headphones, yeah. I can't hear you, so I don't know why I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Hello? Okay, I can't hear you. Yeah. Um. Why? Should be working. I don't know why I can't hear you. Okay, bye-bye. Let's see if he joins back in. Hello? Nope, still nothing. What is going on? Does it look okay on your end? I cannot hear you. Okay, but does it say that you're like your microphone's working and stuff? Yeah, it looks like it's all fine. Like user volume was all the way up. Maybe your speaker isn't coming through the right device. It looks like it is. Hold up. Oh wait, that might be it actually. Let me double check that. I'll put, okay, more volume settings. Let me see. Volume mixer. Oh, what the hell? What is happening? What? Okay, what the hell? That's really weird. Let me try. Hold on. I'm gonna try logging back into Discord. Let me see what happens. So, log out. Cursor's gotta have some good old technical difficulties. Cause why is it? Okay. the fuck? Here we go. Okay. Okay, I think I got it this time. Go. Okay, that's already set. Cool. Me. What's happening? Hold on. What in the world is going on? What is happening? Yeah, I see the ring on your thing going off, but like what? Hold on. Try to see something. What the heck is going on? What is happening? What is... Yeah, that looks... Yeah, I looked there, and it looks like it's fine. What? Try now? What is happening? What is going on? My thing. Yeah, it's all the way up on your volume. No, it says it's all the way up. What is... What? It did it again. What the heck is this? No, it should be fine. What is going on? Like, okay. I don't know why, but in my volume mixer stuff in apps, there's two things for Discord. One of them is at 100% for the volume, but the other one only has it at 1, but I can't move the slider. What is happening? Yeah, but I don't know how to fix it. And it was fine before, for a second. What is going on? Okay, I'll try restarting it again. Yeah. Percent. No, still it's not. What the hell is going on? Yeah, I do. Let me try. I'll turn that off, I guess, but it's supposed to usually keep it on. Hello? I don't think so. Usually it doesn't have any sort of things like that. What is going on? Okay. I don't see anything in there. Say something? What is going on? I am absolutely confused. What is happening? That doesn't help me at all. Okay. What is going on right now? Really? This is pissing me off. Move your Discord volume slider in volume mixer. Yeah, it's all the way up to 100. What is happening? Hold on 1 second. What? What is happening right now? Computer's being really weird. What is happening? It's working. Because my headset, it's working with other stuff, but it's not. Oh, there goes that.
Hello?
Oh, there we go. What the heck happened?
You got it to work, finally.
Yeah. Oop, turn that down.
What did you fix? Was it your Discord volume and volume settings?
It was like, I think it was my headset or my headphones.
So what, your headphone volume thing? The physical volume switch on your headset?
Yeah, I just like restarted my headphones.
Okay.
That was so weird.
That was weird.
Okay. One second. Let me reload. He's attorney. Screen with you. Change this. Oh, I can probably go to. Okay, there we go. Okay, think we're good. Okay, last time.
So
Leprechaun Man was proven innocent? Question mark. But then he died.
he wasn't innocent. He was just not guilty, meaning he couldn't be convicted.
Right. And then he died.
Like we had to let him go. Yeah, and then he freaking burned.
Yep. So that was fun. Now we're investigating something else with the writer dude.
Yes.
The poet guy. Yeah, I like him. I like him because he's based off of a real writer, so that's cool. I like it.
A lot of historical references.
Yeah, I'm wondering if the leprechaun dude was based off of a real person or not. I don't know. I don't remember his name. Oh, McGilded? McGilded. Something. Yeah, whatever. Anyway. Continue. So we already finished talking with him, yeah. Do we have anything to show him? No, just my armband. Okay. Okay. Scene of the crime. Here we go. Alright. 19th of February. Yeah, 19th of February, Briar Road. So this is where it happened, Briar Road. Ah, look, Mr. Naruhodo. Look at that regulation metal helmet. It's unmistakable. Men of Scotland Yard are here. They're investigating as we speak.
That was something unexpected that I wanted to see.
Yeah. Can I turn down the music a bit? I feel like it's loud. No, I want the music on, but just can I turn down the volume, please? Can I? Oh my gosh. Am I gonna have to set it in my freaking sound settings? Set it down. Let's go with light. Yeah, it seems good, I guess. I don't know. Maybe a little more. Yeah, let's go with that. Why not? Okay. Okay. That is their job, you know. But Mr. Naruhodo, to see one with my own eyes. They're often depicted in the adventures of Sherlock Holmes. I never dreamt I'd ever come this close. To a real Bobby's helmet. What? The helmet? The helmet? Of course. I have to try one on one day. Well, I hope your Hattie dream comes true. There's the detective man. What's the Japanese delegation doing here? Oh, it's Inspector Gregson. Gregson? I don't remember what a voice I did for him. This isn't on the tourist trail, so as I'm fairly sure you're well aware. Yes, of course. We're here to investigate. So you've come to the hole in cells then? What'd you make of the criminal? He's not a criminal as you put it, Inspector. He's a suspect. We'll see about that. You Japanese like to stick together, I suppose. Well, do what you want. Do what you will. It doesn't bother me. The bloke's in court tomorrow, whatever happens. And the verdict's foregone conclusion. Look at the stone cold air of rejection. Take heart. London at this time of year is full of stone cold air. That makes it worse somehow. Alright. Can you tell me not director, detective. Scotland Yard. Tell me about Scotland Yard, Inspector. Ever since I read about it in the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, I've been fascinated by that place. Yard is the most sophisticated police and organization you'll find anywhere in the world, ma'am. Oh, and you know, I've always dreamt of wearing a real Bobby's helmet. It does make them look the part, seeing that policeman there with his helmet on. You certainly get the sense that this is a man who will take no nonsense in his duty of protecting the city. Oh yes, doesn't he look wonderful? Being a London Bobby is hard going, I can tell you. Oh, really? First thing in the morning, you know what he does? Goes round and roses all the laborers on his beat so they can get off to work. Oh, so he wakes everybody up? Wasn't there a separate... There was like a separate job for that, though. I'm pretty sure. Of people going around and waking people up in the morning.
Town crier, maybe?
No, it was like particularly like someone who had like just a really long stick and would just like knock on people's windows to wake them up.
That sounds hilarious. Also, I'd probably throw... If I got woke up in the morning, like on my day off by a guy who did that, I'd probably throw something at him. I would not be happy.
Let's see. Although the first alarms were built, most people didn't possess them yet. For this reason, at the beginning of the last century, there was a well-remunerated profession, the knocker up. I'm not kidding, that's what it's called.
It's called what?
Called the knocker up.
The knocker up?
These people were moving from house to house to wake people up, knocking on their doors or on windows of their bedrooms.
That's funny.
Yeah. Oh, there's somebody who has like a... kind of like a straw, and I'm assuming they would like shoot pebbles at their window and wake them up. But yeah, there's like pictures of people with like just long sticks and just like, you know, tapping at windows. That's really funny. Oh man, I didn't know what those were called, but that's really funny. I feel like I need to turn your volume slightly up. Say something.
Something.
Okay, that works. That's better. Okay. What? He wakes people up? Yup. Raps on their windows with a long pole, yeah. Did it myself going back a bit. I had no idea. Bobby works for the people of the town, and just another one of his duties. After that, he starts tirelessly patrolling the streets all day long. He has to cover 20 miles a day. That's the regulation distance. I can't really imagine how far that is, but it sounds like a long way. Let me see. 20 miles, that's approximately the distance from Tokyo to Yokohama. 1 foot on foot? That's taking things a step too far. When it gets dark, of course, he has the important job of lighting all the gas street lamps. Oh my. I suppose in between all those duties, bobbies are expected to investigate cases as well? And chase after criminals trying to evade the law. I'm not sure you could call it in between exactly, more alongside, but yes. They're expecting to handle those jobs as well. We do have men keeling over from time to time, I admit. I always dreamt of wearing one of those helmets, as I said. It's with a heavy heart that I shall have to relinquish that dream to you, Mr. Naruhodo. Your heavy heart will be my heavy head if you do. Yeah, I don't care about wearing the bobby hat. No, thank you. It happened at around 5 in the evening 2 days ago. Just there on the open bit of pavement. Victim, young woman, stabbed with a blade from behind. Is it right that the lady is still unconscious now? You mentioned that she's being treated in hospital. I never said she was a lady. Truth is, unless she comes round pretty smartish, she won't be able to find out much about her at all. I suppose that means they haven't been able to take a statement from her, of course. Here's a map of the local area I happen to have on me. You can take it if you want. Really? Are you sure? It's your policy to have lawyers defending suspects to you. Odd bit of information to go on. I haven't actually accepted the job yet, but still. Thank you, Inspector. We gratefully accept. The local map has been entered into the record. Okay, can I look at that, please? Can I look at the map, please? Thank you. Okay. Meerschaum Street, Calabash Road. Okay. And Briar Road. Okay. Anyway, as far as we know, there were no one else on the scene other than the victim and your fellow countrymen. So who did it, do you think? Not much of a head scratcher, is it? Well, I know Mr. Natsumi has also claimed not to have seen anyone else around, but just because he didn't see anyone, it doesn't mean we can be sure that nobody else was present. Sorry to tell you, but we most certainly can be sure. How? Because, ma'am, the precise moment of the stabbing didn't go unnoticed. What? We have 2 very reliable witnesses, no less. Sure we do. Huh. It was a typical foggy London day. Nicolai obviously didn't see them. There were witnesses now. Okay, witnesses. Who are these witnesses, Inspector? Fellow and his wife. The man's one of the most reliable and respected citizens in all of London. He's a copper from Scotland Yard. Ah. A policeman? That might change things. Yeah. Oof. And this policeman just happened to be there at the exact moment the woman was attacked? Nothing particular about that, ma'am. Parcel of being a bobby, catching them banging the act and all. Do you think it might be possible for us to ask that policeman a few questions? Be my guess. You can ask him what you like. In court tomorrow. I have no doubt. Yeah. I thought he'll be summoned as a witness. So I'll give you something to look forward to. That's that then. He's got no intention of letting us meet the man beforehand, it seems. A policeman witnessed the incident. As your judicial assistant? I must warn you that this could make our job very difficult indeed. Yes, as a non-judicial assistant, I could have warned me of that too. Oh yes, one more thing, Inspector.
What?
The person who led you to the suspect, I hear that was Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
Why are you bringing him up for?
Oh. Was it something I said? The color has drained from his cheeks. Tomorrow's trial.
That twitchy Japanese bloke goes on trial tomorrow. Are you going to defend him or not?
Well,
Makes no difference to me, but I would just say this. No lawyer worth his salt would touch that case with a barge pole.
because the prosecution is being handled by the Reaper of the Bailey, you mean?
Good
There's
boy.
no...
Even though we technically did win the last case.
I mean, that was a win, but was it really a win? I mean,
Yeah, because he ended up dying.
well, not as that, but
And
I
the
mean,
case didn't get
There's
solved.
some bullshittery going on there.
Yeah,
And
'cause-
manipulation of facts and evidence for sure.
yeah, because we never even found out who exactly did the killing.
Mm-hmm.
Or even the why. Like, if it was McGilded, like, why? What's the point of killing him? Like, I don't know, it just
Or-
seems weird to me.
For justice. For great justice.
But it's like, okay, but
I think.
But- what's the point if McGilded had killed him? When McGilded could have sent somebody else out to kill him or whatever, he could have paid somebody else to do that instead of putting himself in there. Like, it doesn't make sense. I don't know.
There's no way to save the man now. It's a waste of time trying. It's all a bit strange, though.
Sorry?
Reaper, he hasn't appeared in court once for a good few years now.
Yes, we did hear something to that effect.
And the only people he usually bothers with are the real scum. Master criminals. Violent ones.
Master criminals?
Ooh.
The violent ones?
That's right. He handpicks his victims, only deals with those guaranteed to go to the gallows for the sins.
But Mr. Natsumi wouldn't hang for what he's accused of, surely?
That's just my point, Sunshine. Yes, the young woman was stabbed, but it didn't kill her. Couldn't even say the intent was there. So this isn't the sort of case I'd be expecting the Reaper to want to sink his teeth into.
Sink his teeth into. Because he's a vampire. I love that. Just, they keep saying stuff and it's like, yeah, he's a vampire. So funny. Well, it's not exactly a minor infraction, is it?
No, there's got to be more to it. Some reason he's taken an interest.
Oh. Really? What sort of reason, Inspector?
Think I can tell what's going on the inside of that Lord of Darkness?
Lord of Darkness.
You'll have to ask him yourself at tomorrow's trial.
Are we really going to have to face the Reaper again? Lord of Darkness, as he puts it. Okay, Mr. Sholmes. I don't think he likes Sholmes.
Where did you hear that name from?
Oh, well, it was Mr. Natsumi who mentioned it. He said that Mr. Sholmes was with the police when they entered his lodgings. I'm sure it was the result of one of Mr. Sholmes' inspirational great deductions. Fortunately, it probably was. Sky, are you trying to talk? Because I can't hear you. Oh, you're muted.
Oh.
Right.
No, maybe. Never mind. Whoops.
Fiddle faddle. The man's an amateur, and I'm getting sick and tired of him showing his mug everywhere. I don't know where he gets his information from, but he turns up at the scene of the crime, wanders around spouting incomprehensible rubbish. Before you know it, he claims to have solved the case. Yes, he's quite astounding, isn't he? Yeah.
Astoundingly incompetent.
Yeah. He is a great help to Scotland Yard, though, isn't he? Gibble gabble! Gibble gabble? Ever seen this before? Oh, yes, that's Mirandus magazine. The wonderful publication in which the adventures of Sherlock Holmes appears. Yes, well, that wonderful publication, as you put it, sees fit to include several of the Yard's detectives in its stories. And the so-called great detective makes a mockery of all of us. If you ask anyone at the Yard, it's a misadventure to be included in any Sherlock Holmes tale at all.
Well, I suppose there was an element of that.
We work all our socks off, every one of us, only to be fronted by the public thanks to that obnoxious detective. The man's as dangerous to us at Scotland Yard as he is to all other criminals.
That can't really be true, can it, Inspector? Clearly the great detective and the police have a complex relationship.
Maybe he exposed them or something. Bad.
I mean, you've seen how he investigates. He clearly interrupts things. When he was...
Yeah,
he's not
he starts launching half-baked accusations at people.
Yeah. But he would just come into a crime scene and just start poking around without even announcing himself to the area. And he's just poking around and stuff. And just like, oh, there he is. What's he doing? Being weird over there. So I can imagine for detectives trying to be very formal about it, and then this guy just kind of shows up all willy-nilly and just makes them look kind of dumb, but he is also very dumb and just, yeah. Yeah, I'd imagine they don't have a great relationship.
No, they probably hate each other. Or at least I'd imagine
Well,
the police.
Yeah, the police probably do. Shums probably doesn't notice anything. Well, I don't think we're going to get any more useful information out of the detective. Mr. Naruhodo, can I make a suggestion? Oh, yes, what is it? Well, it seems to me that we must speak with him about this. I don't want to. By him, do you mean Mr. Sholmes? Yes, Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Exactly. Look at those shining eyes. You can't wait, can you? Well, Mr. Natsumi did blame Mr. Sholmes for all of this, didn't he? Yes, he did. He really did. Which makes him an involved party in the case. Are you just going to ignore that? I hope not. I assure you, it's not simply my selfish desire to meet with Mr. Sholmes again. Why would you want to meet him again? We already met him. We met him on the boat. And we got to meet how dumb he is.
Yeah, we don't want to see him.
I don't really... But yes, he is technically involved in what is going on. So yes, we do have to talk to him, unfortunately.
I mean, we don't have to. We can just pretend like it doesn't exist like the police do. But
No, we probably should.
I'm okay with that. That's what I vote for.
Listen, Sholmes is an idiot, so maybe he'll actually tell us information that the police aren't telling us, so that might be good.
Yeah, I guess.
The trouble is, we have no idea of the man's address even, so how... It's Baker Street! Yeah, of course, it's Baker Street. How do you know that?
She's the #1 fan?
Yeah, which is kind of weird to think about. It's like, why would you put your address in the stories? That seems a little...
He's doxing himself because he's
Yeah.
smart. He is a smart. S-M-R-T. I mean S-M-R-T.
Oh my gosh, okay. In the stories, of course. 221B Baker Street. The most famous address in the world! Oh, I see. Well, there's nothing to stop us from going, I suppose. We better try to find our way there before Susato-san gets any more excited and unpredictable. Hurrah! I'll summon a carriage. So we're to have a reunion already with the great detective, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Can I look around first, please? I'd like to look around first before we go. Oh, that's a Scotland Yard carriage. They use vehicles like that to rush to crime scenes and cart away criminals. You're very well informed, aren't you? It's long been a dream of mine to ride one of those through the streets of London. Well, just pick up a stone and throw it through one of the windows then. But that would mean being rested in order to ride it, wouldn't it? Stone. If it's the only way, help me find a good stone. No, I wasn't serious. Snowman. What a delightful snowman. I didn't realize the English had a tradition of making snowmen as well. It looks a little creepy though. Oh, it has a scarf, look. You'd need one if you were out in this freezing cold all the time. I wish I had one. I'm afraid our budget is somewhat frozen at the moment too. We certainly can't afford a scarf. Surely a snowman here wouldn't miss his. But the person who made the snowman certainly would. Yes, I know, you're right. Anyway, even if I borrowed it, it wouldn't do much to warm my neck, would it? It's covered in snow. Okay. Anything over on this side? Okay. This guy. That's one of the officers from Scotland Yard. The police are making sure the crime scene is undisturbed. I have a feeling that if we wander too close, we'll be clapped in irons. I think perhaps you're being a little overcautious. We've done nothing wrong, so we have no cause for concern. Oh no, I'm not getting caught out again. Twice is enough. Twice I found myself in handcuffs despite not knowing a thing about what was going on. Yes, you've had some dreadful experiences. I'm sure that wide-eyed look of panic you're so prone to, it does you no favors at all. Thanks, Susato. Dispatch of Pavement must be where the incident occurred. Yes, it's a very wide open space, isn't it? That's true. I can't see anywhere an attacker could have been hiding. Oi, what are you foreigners doing here? We just investigating, conspiring with that mustachioed fella from Japan, are ya? Conspiring? Come here to destroy evidence, have ya? Get out of here before I give you and go on. Go on. He shooed us away like rats. Yes, we should give him a wide berth, I think. What a disappointing experience. Oh wait, we can investigate thoroughly, but I can't find anything out of place. Alright, I wanna... I'm not... Okay. Okay, there we go. Oh, a British bicycle, look! Although the wheel is so misshapen, I'm sure it couldn't possibly be ridden anymore. Someone must have been doing some breakneck cycling. It seems bicycles have become extremely popular in London recently. There's even a movement to change women's dresses to allow them to ride as well. The bicycle fad won't last. I don't see why anyone would want to ride something like that. Goodness, do you dislike bicycles? No, not at all. I mean, it's not that I dislike them exactly. It's just that any occupation that involves taking both your feet off firm ground seems reckless. If you had ever tried walking on stilts and fall into a river, I know you'd agree with me. We'll have to hire a bicycle sometime. You can sit behind me while I ride you around. Yeah. That's a rather typical old brick building, isn't it? I'm sure it has a long and interesting history. Well, time certainly seems to have taken its toll on the place. It's crooked and sagging all over. Plus, the windows up there are broken. In fact, it looks in decently worse shape than the other houses around here. That's true. We must find some cheap lodgings ourselves as soon as possible. Yes, you're right. Cheap, but ideally with reasonable
reasonably level floors. That's fair. Oh, look at the windows of the building there. They're bricked up. Are you sure they're windows? Yes, but they're all filled with bricks. Oh, you're right. I wonder why. Perhaps it's an empty property where nobody lives at the moment. There's smoke coming from the chimneys, though. Oh dear, everything still feels very foreign. There's so much we have to learn about this place. Interesting. There are piles of snow on the pavement here and there, but the road itself is covered in carriage tracks. It seems carriages often travel down Briar Road. It soon disperses all the snow. I slipped over when I was walking down the pavement earlier. It seems like it would be far safer to walk on the road instead. Oh, but you're rather small, Mr. Naruhodo, and dressed all in black. A worried coachman might see you and you could be flattened by horses. Well, thank you for the rather small concern. Thank you, Sasato, for ruining our personal... Oh, my face was a little weird. My personal confidence. Clouds look so big and heavy in the sky, don't they? And with the dense fog as well, everything looks hazy. Well, it is known as Foggy London Town. I can just make out some sort of spire through the fog. It looks like it's still being built, though. Aha, yes, that must be the Crystal Tower being built for the great expedition that's to open in 6 months' time. Apparently it's going to be very striking, glazing on all sides, and the symbolic centerpiece of the expedition. It's to be the largest exposition in history, is it? I can't even begin to imagine it. Okay. Anything else around? No, okay. So, move. The locations we added. Yep. Can we really visit, do you think? Oh, pinch me, I'm sure I must be dreaming. Alright, let's go. Ooh, little anime. Little scene, cutscene.
Thank you very much. It's just up there overlooking the street. Good day.
Thanks.
Again. This is it. The residence of Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
Okay. 19th February, 12:53 p.m. Sholmes Suite. Alright. So this is where the great detective makes his living. Feels surreal to be here somehow. Oh. Is it as described in the stories, Mrs. Otto? Sasato-san? Many famous cases have been solved here in this very room. Oh, I suppose they must have been, yes. I've never read the story, so it's hard to get quite as excited about it as she seems to be. The detective cases the villain present relentlessly as he disappears into the fog down a unlit London street. Oh, the thrill of it, the romanticism. Can't you feel your heart thumping in your chest? Can't you, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, I suppose I can. Yes. So, if you don't mind, I'll just stand here and soak up the atmosphere for a while longer. Please don't mind me. Ah, she's obsessed.
She is a huge fangirl.
Yep. Well, looks like our detective friend isn't home at present. Excuse me, is anybody home? Oh, do we have a visitor? Something? Oh, it's her, yes! We saw her before. She took the pickpocket girl because the smoke gun thing that she had was apparently an invention by this person. This girl.
Hello, is it a big new case for Mr. Sholmes? Hello?
Wait! Aren't you...
Oh, how rude of me! I'll go and make some tea at once.
I'm sure it's the same girl. Mrs. Otto, did you see that girl who was just here?
Oh yes, isn't it truly extraordinary? To think that the King of Bohemia came to this very room to ask Mr. Sholmes' take on his case.
The King of Bavaria?
King Wilhelm Godrich Sigismund von Ormstein, of course.
Oh my god, what a name. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Forget the adventures of Herlock Sholmes for a moment. Look over there.
The tea's brewed, and I have a freshly baked cake as well. Ah, it's you.
I knew it. Sato-san recognizes it too.
Ah, there you are. And taking that with you as well. And I was looking forward to the trial round of my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Oh, good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine.
It's the girl who turned up at the end of Mr. McGilded's trial in the defendant's antechamber.
I've never been late from the Far East before. Poor you, having to get straight to work when you've only just arrived in London?
Oh, yes, it was challenging.
Well, try this tea. It's my special blend, you know.
Oh, thank you. Is tea supposed to look that color? Yeah, because they're probably used to green tea.
Oh my, what a fragrant yet mellow flavor. Hooray, it's a winner! I tried blending different leaves designed to elevate your fatigue, you see. You must be exhausted after your long voyage here, and you have another ticklish trial tomorrow. Oh, and you're to defend a Japanese man. I do wish you lots of luck.
Did Mr. Sholmes tell you about us by any chance?
Oh, you know Hurley too, do you?
Hurley? Mr. Sholmes? To you, Shirley?
Mr. Sholmes was a fellow passenger on the boat that brought us to Great Britain, you see. Was he really? Well, I had no idea. I'm afraid Hurley's out on an errand again today, even though he's just returned from overseas.
Wait a minute. We met this girl for the first time ever yesterday after the trial, and only briefly at that. How on earth does she know so much about us? Did she deduce all those things, do you think?
And perhaps more to the point, why is she here in Mr. Sholmes' suite? Oh, silly me, I've introduced myself, have I?
She his daughter.
It's a great pleasure to meet you both. My name is Iris Wilson.
Yep, Dr. Wilson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking, that she's Wilson.
So I'm guessing that she made all of Holmes's photography stuff and all this stuff in his suit, all the gadgets he's got.
Yeah, I'm assuming so. Since she also made the smoke grenade cannon thing.
I live here together with Hurley.
Ah, Iris, is it? What a lovely name.
What?
What's the matter?
No, wait, this can't be. Did you say that your name is Wilson?
What's the matter with Suzato-san? Why is she so flustered all of a sudden?
Yes, that's right. And what are your names?
Oh, I'm Runosuke Naruhodo, a lawyer from Japan.
Oh, sorry.
I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, Susato Nikotaba. It's wonderful to meet you.
Lovely! Susie and Runo. Got it.
Susie? And Bruno? There's more to this girl than meets the eye.
I have so many questions for her. I don't know where to start. Yes, and so do I. Okay. Iris. It was you that we ran into yesterday, wasn't it? At the Old Bailey. Yes, that's right. You were ever so helpful. Thank you so much. Oh no, not at all. I'm so sorry we couldn't have been more welcoming. Though at the time, we did have a rather large gun pointed at us. Like this? Thinking back now, you left with Miss Lestrade in tow, didn't you? Oh yes, the awkward witness, Lestrade. Oh, Guinea? Yes, she's a professional pickpocket. So we found out. It was very naughty of her to pinch my invention like that. Are you referring to that trial-disrupting gun-like contraption? Exactly. So I followed her, you see, to get it back. Perhaps I should think about fitting a self-destruct mechanism in my inventions. This girl is dangerous. Anyway, I brought Ginny back here after that, so she could apologize to my trusty technician. Sorry, your technician? Hurley, of course, silly. Hurley? Yes, Herlock Sholmes. We live here together. I had no idea the great detective had such a interesting young daughter. Daughter? Not likely. What? I wouldn't call him Hurley if he was my father, would I? I don't know. Well then, what is your relationship with Mr. Sholmes? Well, I expect you found out that lodgings of any kind in London are very expensive. So the solution is to share the cost with a partner, a roommate. Your roommates? I hope you don't mind me asking, Iris, but how old are you? 10 months this year. So she said. Well, what about your mother and father? Oh no, they're not around. Oh, I see. Wonder what the story is there. Listen.
Okay, she'll just invent herself some parents.
Yeah. Oh yes, there's something I must ask you. Yes, of course. Go ahead, Susie. I'm a very great fan of the adventures of Herlock Sholmes and... Oh, Rance magazine? Yes, I read every issue. It's delivered all the way to Japan on a ship. Oh, this is so exciting. My stories are being read on the other side of the world. My stories? That's right. Hurley is always solving such amazing cases, you see, and he tells me all about them. They really are quite fascinating. It would be such a shame if I was the only one who ever heard of them, don't you think? Goodness. Last night, he was telling me all about a new case he just solved on a steamship traveling from a faraway land. So I was just in the middle of typing up the manuscript for the next issue before you came. So you are the author? Yes, I'll let you in on a secret if you like. I'm going to call this latest adventure The Speckled Band. The Speckled Band? That's certainly very familiar. Of course, I always change one or two details in the stories here and there. This time, I had the idea of making a venomous snake be the cause of all the trouble. Oh, that was Mr. Sholmes' first thought as well, actually. Yes, and of course, I know that a snake might not be a credible fit for the facts of the case exactly, but it's a story. Some poetic license is just justified to make it more thrilling, I think, don't you? So
Or
the story
in
is...
retrospect, make Sholmes look like he was right the first time, and
Right.
kind of, fix the truth and make him look like a genius detective.
Yeah.
But those are just details, right?
Yeah.
Poetic license.
Yeah. Isn't that right, Sato-san? That explains a lot. So, do you mean to say... Are the stories about Mr. Sholmes that are published in Rance magazine? All written by me? On my wonderful and very modern typewriter. But all the stories I've ever read are written by a doctor of medicine Dr. John H. Wilson. Sato's son's getting more and more worked up. Is that her pen name?
Her idol is getting destroyed.
Yeah.
Shattered before our very eyes.
Ah, yes, it's me. I mean, my name really is Wilson. But what about the doctor of medicine part? That's all true too. I'm a doctor of medicine. No, I'm 10 years old. I'm 10 years old. Well, that's quite incredible. But Dr. Wilson is an English gentleman. Yes. I did alter the setting slightly for the stories to be more compelling. Oh. Well, it sounds a little strange, doesn't it? A great detective with a 10-year-old girl in tow? I suppose it does, yes. Poor Suzato-san. She looks like her whole world has just fallen apart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Your directions just now. But before. Yes. What's on your mind, Bruno? Do tell me. How did you know that I was a lawyer and we just arrived in London, I mean? Yes. Oh, and that we have a difficult trial tomorrow. How did you know all that? Oh, that's what you mean. Please, tell us how you did it. Explain every detail. Of course, I'll be delighted. Although, there's really no mystery. No, let's begin. Oh. Iris Wilson is proud to present her Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. First of all, I knew already that you were a lawyer, Bruno. After all, I met you yesterday at the Old Bailey in the defendant's answer chamber. But you also said that we'd only ever just arrived in London. How did you know that? Bring your ticket in the pocket. I observed a passport and a travel ticket protruding from your breast pocket. Oh. So I was reasonably confident that you must have only just arrived in the country. And on top of that, you exhibited a case against that particular prosecutor, telling me you were unaware of London's court affairs. Reaper of the Bailey? I walked right into that one, didn't I? And then I noticed a red ink stamp on the back of Susie's hand. You were given that when you visited the local prison to meet with a suspect, weren't you? Earlier today. Huh. They use those stamps to keep a close eye on comings and goings, you see. I didn't realize. And a red stamp is only used for people visiting foreign inmates. So that told me that even though you had only yesterday concluded the trial of Magnus the Gilded, the two of you had already had cause to visit a foreign inmate at a local prison. However, neither of you were wearing a particularly sad expression on your face, so I concluded that the prisoner was likely to be a friend, unlikely to be a friend or a relative. That leads me to believe that you must have accepted a new case.
I see.
But how could you have known that the trial is tomorrow? Well, having barely been home a few hours yesterday, Hurley solved yet another case. It obviously amused him. He told me that he caught a Japanese man who was bawling and trembling.
A Japanese man? Oh, clearly that must have been
Mr. Natsume. Now, Bruno has that fancy Japanese sword. And I think your outfit is called a kimono, isn't it, Susie? Well, anyway, it's clear to me that you both came from Japan yourselves. So I put two and two together and decided you must be defending the Japanese man Hurley caught. And there was only one conclusion those facts could lead me to. You both came here to ask Hurley about the case. There is a note on the mantelpiece that says the man's trial will be tomorrow. Hurley's always stabbing his notes with a knife, you know? He is silly. And that's all there is to it, really. Thank you for listening. I'm Iris Wilson, and that was one of my great deductions.
I love her. She's adorable.
He's the brains of the operation, clearly.
Yes, she is. Absolutely. She is a genius. I mean, she's a doctor. And she's 10. And she makes crazy inventions. But also, I just love her design. Her hair, it looks like little hearts at the end, and her cool little goggles with, again, another, like, heart in the middle of the goggle things. Like, it's so fun. I like it. I like her design a lot. It's great.
Yeah, it's kind of steampunkish. It is cool.
It's very steampunky. It's adorable. I love it.
Well, was it a winner? Were my deductions correct?
They were spot on.
That was amazing, Iris. Truly a great deduction.
You even managed the certain something of Mr. Sholm's delivery.
Oh well, I was copying Hurley's style for that. This is really very good news. You could tell us all about the case involving the Japanese man. You will, won't you, Iris, please?
So yesterday, Mr. Sholmes apprehended a Japanese man, you were saying?
Yes. Hurley had just arrived back in London after his sea voyage, but the police were waiting for him at the railway station to take him directly to the crime scene.
Ah, the great detective is a popular man, it seems.
Apparently a woman was stabbed on a quiet street somewhere in town. There were witnesses who had seen a short, shifty-looking, stooped man riding away from the scene.
Short, shifty-looking, stooped man. This Mr. Natsumi, beyond any doubt. Seki-san said that he didn't see anybody else on the street at all. But it seems there were witnesses after all.
Hurley used his great detective powers to determine the man's address. It was a lodging room very nearby. He went directly there with the police, and what did they find? A short, shifty-looking, stooped man, shivering in fear.
Mr. Sholmes' great deduction, it certainly hit the mark that time.
Of course it did. He's a great detective.
Still, that means the incident occurred only 2 days ago. Surely tomorrow is too soon for the trial, isn't it?
Definitely. We have no time to investigate properly. Hurley says that London is rife with crime.
Oh.
Scotland Yard is doing its best, but they can't stay on top of it, apparently.
Oh dear, I didn't realize the situation was so dire.
So we can't afford to spend too much time investigating cases and trying the criminals in court. Staff and money are both short. Crimes are usually pinned on the first suspicious person.
That's terrible. I suppose it's the harsh reality of the workings of the world's greatest justice system. I suppose it is. Yeah, it's not really that great if it just point the finger at whoever looks the most suspicious at the time.
Yeah. Wrong place, wrong time? Too bad.
Yeah, it's just like... But in that case, I don't hold out much hope for Sozeki-san. Thank you for answering so many of our questions, Iris. This has been very informative.
Oh, you're most welcome. I had so much fun.
Do you happen to know where Mr. Sholmes is at the moment? As you guessed, we'd like to ask him some questions about this case as well.
Well, I expect Hurley is still investigating the scene.
Of the case involving Mr. Natsumi, you mean?
Yes, Mr. Nuts. Oh, May. Hurley said he was going to the man's lodgings. If you leave now, you'll probably catch him there.
Iris, you know what those lodgings are?
Well, the police are still investigating the scene of the crime themselves, aren't they? Did you happen to come across a detective by the name of Gregson when you were there?
Yes, we know Inspector Gregson.
In that case, give Gregsy this from me, would you? If you do that, I'm sure he'll tell you what you want to know.
What is this? 5 shilling pence and a postcard, it seems. Iris's postcard has been entered into the court record. A card for Inspector Gregson with a message on the back from Iris. Can I see what the message is? It reads, "Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem." Gosh, this will make the inspector help us, will it? Well, thank you, Iris. We'll give it a try.
Good luck then. I'm going to return to writing my manuscript, The Speckled Band. It'll bring making more special blends of tea, so come back again soon. We'd be delighted. Thank you so much, Iris. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, it's back to the scene of the crime. So, somewhat dubious that they would exert any influence over the men of Scotland Yard at all. We headed back to the scene with Iris's curious note and one of the world's heaviest silver coins in hand. Huh. Okay. To be continued. That's very interesting. What sort of power does she have over the police?
Maybe she assists them in their investigations or something?
Maybe.
She has some leverage that way? Maybe.
I'm not sure. It looks as though the police are still here, carrying on with their investigation. Perfect, so let's find Inspector Gregson as quickly as possible. Yes, and let's see if he'll take a break from his chips to look at that silver tip Iris gave us for him. There he is, buddy. Okay, go back. Give the card. Exam. Take a shade. Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that that won't be a problem. Iris Wilson. Okay. Wait, no, I wouldn't. Sent that. Nope, Present. Inspector Gregson, do you have a moment?
Sorry to say I don't. I'm a very busy man. Much too busy to talk to a pair of foreign get-abouts, that's for sure.
We have these for you. A present from Miss Iris Wilson.
What? For me? For her ladyship?
Her ladyship?
Give me that. Give that here at once. Come on, hand it over. That's for me.
Ugh, don't wait for me to give it to you, will you? Okay. What was that coin exactly?
It's a silver crown, obviously, but it's a lot more than that. It's, well, it's, appearance fee, that's what it is.
Right.
Appearance fee? Oh, I see, you mean...
That's right. For the Adventures of Erlich Show. Oh! My god.
Who?
Because she's the one who writes the stories.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason
he owes her for appearing there, or what?
For making him sound good in the stories.
Oh.
I feel like
that's what she's got going on. I like
yeah. That's right, for the Adventures of Erlich Show.
You owe me.
Yeah, so her relationship always offers me a little financial reward for featuring me every time. Yes, of course. I know all about your exploits, Inspector. I read them heavily.
Of course. Her using my name without my say-so does make me the butt of a lot of unpleasant jokes, but still.
I'm sorry, Inspector. That must be difficult for you.
Never you mind that. So, what do you want to know then, eh?
Sorry?
Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem, it says. Obviously, it's not a problem. Go on, fire away. What do you want to know?
Well, if you wouldn't mind, Inspector, we'd very much like to know the address of Mr. Natsumi's lodging.
Ah, the little knife-wielding, mustachioed Japanese fellow. He lives on a right old hovel. Just down over there, look. Uh-oh. On the first floor of that house on the corner where that wreck of a bicycle is propped up.
That is nearby indeed.
If I remember rightly, the landlord is Mr. John Girdeb. Girdeb? Right, well, see her again. Make sure you give her ladyship's my regards, you hear? Mean it. You tell her that Gregson sends his very best wishes.
Don't worry, Inspector. We will.
Bye for now, then. And long live her ladyship. Okay.
Well, at least he told us what he wanted to know before he left.
I wonder if the Iris is actually, like, from the royal family or something?
Who is?
Iris?
The girl?
Yeah, and
Oh,
if she,
yeah.
like, ran away from home so she could become a doctor and stuff.
That would be a twist.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, she terrifies the crap out of me, though. She's basically like threatening cops.
She does have some crazy amount of power. It's hilarious. I mean, she's working with Herlock. She has some kind of power over the police. Like, she's a doctor. She makes crazy, dangerous inventions. Like, yeah.
Would he be referring to the girl, the inspector? Would he be referring to the girl in a different manner if she were royalty, though?
I'm not sure.
That's a question. I feel like he would be referring to her in a formal manner or something, or we would hear about it. Unless the game is specifically trying to hide that fact from us at this point.
Yeah, I feel like it's supposed to be hiding that fact. Plus, it might be a case of that, like, people aren't supposed to know she's royal. So, like, maybe the inspector just happens to kind of know.
Okay.
But I don't know exactly. Well, at least he told us what we wanted to know before he left. Yes, so then shall we go and see what we can find in Mr. Natsumi's old lodgings? Definitely. Alright. Okay. It was very,
I have to say, I really like the soundtrack to all of the Ace Attorney games, but this one in particular is really good. I really like this.
It's really
soundtrack.
nice. The scenic, like, sort of music and stuff is so nice. Very nice. Very chill. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, Mr. Natsumi's lodgings. The inside's pretty nice. Oh, hello, lady. May I help you? Yes. Would this be the residence of Mr. John Garrett? Indeed it would, sir. And who may I say is calling? My name is Runosuke Naruhodo. I am... Miss Naruhodo is representing Mr. Saseki Natsumi. I believe he takes lodgings here. We would very much like to ask him some questions about our client. One moment, please. I shall convey the message to Mr. Gerdeb. Did you see that, Miss Sato? That was a real-life English maid. I know. As I understand it, anyone of standing in England, in English society employs a number of household staff. But that was the first time I've ever seen one in the flesh. Oh, this day keeps getting better. It certainly feels like we're really arrived now, doesn't it? We need only to meet a butler and the experience will be complete. Well, I'm not sure if I'd go that far, but I understand the sentiment. Thank you for waiting. Mr. Gerdeb will see you now. This way. Look at this guy. Good day to you. John Gerdeb at your service. Pleased to meet you, sir. This is Runosuke Naruhodo. He's a defense lawyer. Do excuse me not getting up. Take a shot to the knee a few years back in the Battle of Maiwand, which you know. Earned a medal for my pains, but not to withdraw from service. Handed over the reins to the up-and-comings. So he's a retired soldier. It's a hell of a job getting up and downstairs now, I can tell you. Don't get out much, as you can imagine. Yes, it's quite a climb up here to the second floor, isn't it? I was panting at the top of the stairs. You really must take more exercise, Mr. Naruhodo. Ugh, do you think so?
Well, Mr. Garabdeb, no doubt you were very courageous to earn yourself a medal.
Oh, it was nothing. It was just a full really. Wouldn't like to offend the general, though, so I grudgingly displayed it on the wall. Why don't you fetch it down, Joanne? Let these good people see it properly. Joanne, fetch the... That's an old woman. Be careful.
Dear me, I do beg your pardon, sir.
You jolly near took the skin off my hands.
I shall be more careful, sir.
Anyway, there you have it. Living the quiet life now.
Yes, I see.
Now then, you want to know about the chap lodging downstairs, is that right?
Yes, we would be very grateful if you could answer some questions for us.
Only two, please, naturally. Especially if it helps to keep the peace here brightly.
But
why is he stirring his tea with his... with his...
I don't know. He's eccentric.
That's not
it.
that's not how this works.
Clearly, it's working for him. That's why he does it.
But that's not how this works.
Maybe the cigar stuff, it adds a certain flavor to his tea he likes. Maybe that's what's going on here. Yeah, pretty gross, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's just like he's gonna get his tea in the pipe, and then it's like I don't know. It seems like a mess. Okay.
Which tastes better, the pipe stuff in the tea or the tea stuff in the pipe?
I don't know.
Which tastes worse?
The tea probably tastes pretty okay, but like trying to continue smoking when there's like tea in it, it's gonna be like, I don't know.
I think it's funny.
I feel like he's gonna start coughing up from the, like you breathe in, and then there's a drop of like tea that just goes to the back of his throat, and he's just like,
We forged an alliance with the Empire of Japan recently, I'm sure you're aware. So this case is very much in the public eye, as it were.
oh, is it?
Even had some famous detective poking around, in his old house, would you believe?
Yes, Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
Could have been. Didn't catch the chap's name. Not really my cup of tea. All that detective business.
Oh, but you have a copy of Rand's magazine here, so.
No.
Anyway, the chap's investigating the foreigner's room as we speak. So he's in Soseki's or San's room then.
It's a very nuisance, is what it is. The whole neighborhood twitching its curtains now. I don't like all this fuss. It's jolly unsettling.
Okay, from Mr. Natsumi. About Mr. Natsumi, then, Mr. Garadeb, please do tell me.
Yes, the Japanese chap. Only been lodging here for a week.
Oh, just 1 week? So he moved in very recently then?
I have two lodgers most of the time, one on the ground floor and one just below us. First floor room became available a week ago. You see that? That's it all, John! Do be careful!
Oh my goodness, I'm terribly sorry, sir.
Someone's getting fired.
I don't think he can afford a different maid. He can't even afford a new pipe, and this house is not in great shape.
No, it isn't.
If you want to know my opinion, I thought he was a shady sort from the moment I set my eyes on him. Oh? Why? He seemed to have a most nervous disposition, always shaking and looking over his shoulder. The man had shady written across his sweat-soaked brow, if you ask me. I said to myself, Joanne, that man is troubled. Sooner or later he's going to do something untoward. And I'm really wrong about anything. We won't be calling this maid as a witness, that's for sure. Was there anything else that struck you as suspicious about the man at all? Yes, oh yes, indeed there was.
And she's dying to tell us. Okay. Had you noticed anything else at all about your lodger, Mr. Natsumi?
Oh my word, yes, the man was shadier than an orchid. Could you elaborate? Well, I'll take the man's room, absolutely stuffed full of books. It is more than anyone could ever read. And he never so much as passes the time of day with another living soul. I haven't seen a single visitor call. He just trots off to that old bookshop every single day and comes back at 5 to light the gas fire. And the funny little man is up long past the time everyone else in the house has gone to bed too.
Oh, I see.
The judge man on the ground floor goes to bed at around 9 each night. But I've never known that Japanese fella to retire any earlier than 2 in the morning.
Ah.
Would you clarify something, I wonder?
What, pray?
How do you know so much about Mr. Natsumi's routine?
Oh.
I understood that neither of the lodgers live on this floor of the house, is that correct?
That's right, yes, they're both below us on the first floor of the street level.
Then, how is that you know so much about the lives of your lodgers? The precise times that they come back in the evening, for example, even the times they go to bed.
Oh, good grief, Joanne! Be more careful, one!
Oh my goodness, sir. I'm terribly sorry, sir.
Something doesn't add up here. They're stealing from their lodgers, aren't they?
They're spying on them.
Well, I think they're stealing things from them. The fact that she knows that he only had books means that she's been in that room looking through stuff.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and they're clearly not very wealthy, so trying to take things from their lodgers that might be of worth to get some money. Something doesn't add up here. Incident 2 days ago. It seems that the incident took place at around 5 in the evening. Did you happen to look out of the window at around that time? Window. Yeah, that one.
Yes, we noticed that the window over there looks out over Briar Road. The incident took place on the pavement just on the far side of the street. Was there anyone suspicious loitering nearby?
5 o'clock is dinner time in the Garrett household, so I'm afraid I don't remember seeing anything. How about you, Joanne?
No, sir. It would have been dusk outside already at that hour. And with the fog as well, I should think it would have been quite impossible to see the other side of the road.
Oh, I see.
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary then?
Such as...
Anything at all, even if it seems unrelated.
Well...
Yes, was there something then?
Oh, nothing particular. See, you've been at around that sort of time and you're there. For the love of God, Joanne, watch what you're doing.
Oh, dear me, what have I done? I'm awfully sorry, sir.
Do be more careful, woman.
Of course, sir. If I may, Mr. Naro Hollow.
Oh, yes.
I have an exceedingly good memory, and as far as I remember, nothing of any significance took place here at that hour. Nothing at all.
You're sure?
We totally believe you.
Yeah. Oh, really? Mr. Gerda? The way you were talking before, it sounded like there might have been. Oh, well, as I was saying, it was just a trifling matter. Really nothing about... Oh! Jordan! Gosh, all. What is the matter with you, woman?
Yeah, you know, they...
Begging your pardon, sir. Nothing happened.
Yes. What? Nothing happened.
They may be broke, but they have a priceless treasure. That's the tea kettle that's bottomless. The bottom.
Apparently so. Sat down to a quiet, uneventful meal, Jordan.
That's right, Mr. Gerdup.
What is the matter with these two?
It sounds like something happened here in this room on the evening of the incident, but what?
I wish I knew. Okay, Mr. Natsumi's room. Could you tell us which floor Mr. Natsumi's room is on? Just below us on the first floor.
And Mr. Slums is investigating there even as we speak?
He just told me Nat's his name and asked him to look into the matter, so I gave him the key.
Mr. Natsumi has engaged Mr. Shulm's services? That's a blatant lie. Would it be alright if we also had a look around in Mr. Natsumi's room, I mean?
Don't see why not. It's just down on one flight of stairs.
Who knows if we'll find anything that can help us with the case? We have to try. We need all the clues we can lay our hands on, shall we? Yes, and while we're there, we can speak with Mr. Shulms again. Perhaps he'll be able to tell us more.
Okay.
We'll look around the room, though, first. My options. Nope, not that. Look at this crockery on display here. It's rather unusual, isn't it? Oh my, genuine London dresser. Isn't it delightful? Although the shelves seem to be broken, the crockery is... Oh dear, it's in pieces. It really is. The world's cracked. The word cracked wouldn't do the China word justice. Ah, I wonder. Perhaps the cannon was fired at.
Yes, probably something like that. But let's not delve in too deeply here. Those looks like something did hit it. Hit the wall.
You're hiding something behind that.
They are.
This old candle holder looks a little out of place here, wouldn't you say?
Does.
Yes, you're right. It's clearly supposed to be gold, but it's almost completely black for some reason.
That whole thing, yes. Just a cheap piece of iron. Muggery? Jim crack, really? Oh. Used it when I was studying, don't you know? For my commission. I know it's old, only worth hanging on really to reading, but well, it still has a use sometimes.
Of course. Does everything in this room have some elaborate story behind it? There are memories, Mr. Naruto, memories.
Okay, well I did notice it's missing a candle, and there's a candle on the floor.
Oh, look! What a wonderful collection of cakes lined up on that gleaming silver cake stand.
Lined up? It looks more like someone has half demolished them to me.
Afternoon tea is a type of indulgence, you know, it's quite the English way. Mr. Gerdev's custom take 2 cakes with his tea. That sounds delightful.
Oh, wait a minute though. There are at least 10 cakes on this cake stand.
Well, naturally, it would never do to waste the leftovers. So whatever Mr. Gerndev doesn't eat, I say to myself, Joanne, you shall have to tidy up.
How magnanimous of you.
Magnanimous, maybe?
Magnanimous? Yeah, whatever. Something.
This window looks over Briar Road, where the young woman was attacked.
Oh yes, I can make out the policeman on the far side of the road investigating the crime scene.
The glass is rather murky, isn't it? You can't see very clearly.
Does this thing open at all, I wonder?
I should underestimate the bitterness of a London winter, sir.
Sorry?
As soon as you open that window, the tea will freeze in the pot. No legend would go opening windows at dusk in the middle of winter, I assure you.
Seems very unlikely that these two would have seen anything of the incident then. But something was happening here for sure.
Look at that enormous screen. It must have been put there deliberately, surely.
Yes, it certainly seems like someone's trying to hide something from view. What could be hiding it? I wonder.
I'm going to have a very quick look. There's a little peek.
Maybe let's not, Mrs. Otto. I think the maid is going to head us off with a cup of tea. Okay, candle?
Nothing about the candle on the floor? Okay. That portrait of Mr. Gerdev is glaring at me, I swear. Have you noticed that all the little frames contain photographic prints of Mr. Gerdev as well? Yes, and there seems to be a statue of a lion on the mantelpiece as well.
Oh yes, seemed to come back from the local pawnbroker with that little trinket.
Seem to come back? What do you mean?
Chap who runs the place is a bally wizard. He went to sell him something and came out with that thing. To the point of fact, now I think about it, I rather often find myself leaving the place with something I don't need.
The lion ornament certainly does seem surplus to requirements. Susanna-san doesn't pull her punches, or her throws, for that matter. Okay, with the pin, That looks like a medal of honor, and it's showcased very, yes, it's displayed with some pride. Displayed with some pride, I would say. Although it bothers me that it's not straight. Yeah, it's all crooked.
What? That old thing?
Sorry?
I should be glad to see the back of it, but the general would turn it in his grave if I disposed of it. The wall's the best place for it. Keeps the bally thing out of my way.
So it's just been polished to shine by accident, I suppose. Yeah. There appears to be an inscription on the medal itself. Look. Let me see. It says, for distinguished participation. Sounds like the kind of honors even I could be in line for.
Well, one doesn't like to blow one's own trumpet, but I was given that for my time in the army. Can't measure any officer by the number of medals to his name, of course. Common knowledge in military circles.
Uh-huh. But are those mortar shells? They're enormous! I hadn't noticed. What are they doing here?
Those old things. Probably rounds accidentally fired at the barracks during training, you know. You have a bit of a colorful regiment folklore that incident.
You mean you deliberately hunted out the spent shells?
Well, I wouldn't say deliberately exactly. Only scrap iron after all, usually just thrown away, I believe. But you never know when things might come in useful, do you?
Useful for what exactly?
Yes, well... Joanne here did manage to knock one of the bally things on my foot the other day while she was dusting.
Oh no.
I hadn't shed a tear since 1969 before then, you know.
Maybe we consider throwing them away? Yeah, maybe you should. The uniform looks fairly ancient, doesn't it? It's clearly been well looked after, though.
I don't think. Pah! Not much better than rags, really.
Oh?
Or that ceremonial garb at my retirement bash, you know. I'm not one for dwelling on the past, me. Would have gladly thrown it out, but you know how it is. Anyway, doesn't have the odd piece of memorabilia lying around, does it?
Oh, I see. Perhaps we should leave the past in the past. I don't think he knows how to do that. That's a full-size cannon. What's it doing here? Oh my, it's real. I thought it might be a replica.
That old thing? Bah, that's a little more than a toy.
Sorry?
I was selling it off when I retired, so I decided to give it a new home. Never know when the enemy might attack next. It's always useful to have a cannon about the house.
Really? It isn't overkill?
Be prepared, I always say. You never know what this twisted world is going to throw at you next, boy.
I don't think this guy was in the army.
Me neither. Or if he did, he kind of like... Maybe he bribed his way in and that's where all his money went.
No, I think he spent all his money at that pawn shop. For finding a participation badge, some fancy uniform, and a cannon. Because the army's not just gonna sell a cannon.
I hope not.
Like, I don't know.
Very right, I always say, you never know what this twisted world's going through at you next, boy.
Do you think there may be trouble brewing, Mr. Girdab?
Always has. Take to one here. Never fails to have a clean apron in reserve. Dries them over the barrel, you see. They dry very well in the cannon there, Joanne tells me, which rather proves my point, I feel.
It's been reduced to a drying rack. No wonder the huge cannon looks like it's hanging its head in shame. Books here? I notice you have a pile of books here, Mr. Girdab. Do you enjoy reading?
Ever experienced a London winter, boy? The nights are long. No better way to pass the time than in front of the fire with a jolly good book.
Oh, there's a copy of Rand's magazine here, I see. No doubt Mr. Girdab enjoys the idea of Herlock Sholmes too. The great detective has a great many followers, it would seem. Okay, anything else in this room? Can I look at the fire? I saw a thing that wasn't a checkmarked thing. Nope, okay. So, Mr. Natsumi's room. Kitty cat!
The cat must have.
Cat! Good cat! Must pet!
Cat pet cat. 0 out of 10 game.
Just let me pet the cat, please. What? Just look at this place. And smell it. It's so musty in here. Plus it's the mountains of old books that are responsible for that. Plus the window is bricked up. Sora? I don't think I've ever seen so many books in all my life. No, me neither. It's so dark in here, too. Is that the window over there? Well, it was the window, I think. Yes, once upon a time. But for some reason, it's been closed up with bricks and mortar. So this is where Mr. Natsumi lives. By the way, I haven't spotted Mr. Sholmes anywhere, have you? No, that's true, but according to what Mr. Girdab told us, the great detective should be around here somewhere investigating. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Let me go over. Where is he? It's like, find Waldo. Where's Waldo? Where's that detective? Okay, well, just look around, I suppose. A lucky cat. Oh, look! It's a beckoning cat from home. It's a bit big and bulky, isn't it? Surely Mr. Natsumi didn't bring that Maneki Neko all the way from Japan with him. I hardly think you're in a position to comment, Mr. Naruto. Are you forgetting the enormous Doroma doll that you brought in your luggage? Well, it can't be dangerous traveling abroad and want a lucky charm. Well, I imagine Mr. Natsumi wanted the same, and this cat is sure to beckon good luck for him. It's not doing a very good job so far, is it?
No.
You mustn't say such things. I didn't say a word. Why is such a giveaway? Okay. Check the suitcase. I'm investigating thoroughly, but I can't find anything out of place. Okay, something with that. With books. Look at all those books stacked up there. They almost reach the ceiling. They're all works of English literature, and they all smell so musty. With this volume of books to hand, you'd never be short of reading material, would you? No, what a dreamy idea. A bad dream, maybe. For me, at least. Mind you, I don't imagine the book that's at the bottom of the pile now will ever be read again. So reading it is an experience that comes but once in a lifetime, just as the tea ceremony teaches us. I certainly didn't expect the conversation to turn down the path of tea ceremony philosophy. Alright, let's look at the kitty cat. Oh.
There you go, pet that one.
He's so cute. Wait, Kitty, come back. Where are you going? What? Secret tunnel? Secret tunnel? Secret
Maybe.
tunnel?
Quick, check behind every bookcase.
And no,
The
like
words are
right
everywhere.
back there. You see this pipe thingy here, and there's like a black hole there.
Oh, it's a hole in the wall, it looks like, yeah.
Yeah. My, what an adorable little cat. Perhaps he's looking after all the books while his master's away. I don't know about that. He disappeared into that pile of books as quick as a flash. It was a tricolor Mickey, wasn't it? Do they even have that sort of cat here in Great Britain? Perhaps Mr. Naruhodo brought the little creature with him from Japan. That's made me feel homesick somehow. Yet already, we've only been in the country for 2 days. Yeah, but it was like a month or so traveling. Like, we were traveling for a while. Would you even call this a window? I think so. It was a window at one time, after all. Although, all that remains is a frame around some bricks now. So really, it's just a wall then, isn't it? But why would anyone deliberately brick it up like that? I'm afraid I have no idea. Perhaps Mr. Natsumi painted the brick design on a bit of a whimsy. That's alarmingly feasible. Anyway, whatever the reason, the lack of ventilation here makes the place very oppressive. It does. I imagine being cooped up in a room like this would be extremely trying. Okay. Well, his desk. The desk seems to be wedged into a crevice between the mounds of books on either side. I suppose Mr. Natsumi would sit here and read while stroking his cat. But surrounded on all sides by these towering old tomes, surely he dreamt of books every night as well. Yes, he must have done, hasn't he? Oh, what's this? It's a receipt from a second-hand bookshop. Your books. Oh yes, Mr. Natsumi's name is on it. Look, and the date of purchase. 2 days ago at 4:45 p.m. That's the day of the incident. That's just a short while before he was embroiled in the terrible attack. He must have been on his way back from buying some old books. Okay, receipt number. Purchase for second. Okay, can I look at that, please? Record. I want to look at that, please. Customer, Mitsu Natsumi, your books. I like that. Your books. Good name. 17th February. Some 2 shillings tendered in receipt of picture of Monsieur Lick. I don't know. That's like French. A meal for Gaboreau? Canterbury Yearnings. Canterbury Yearnings. Interesting. Okay. Okay, look at this other now. I found him. God damn it. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. He's just sitting there. Look, Mr. Naruhodo. Aha! There he is. Where did he appear from? He seems to be engrossed in the pages of an old book. I hope you won't mind if we disturb him. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. You too. Good day. Now let me see. Where was it that we met? Oh, Mr. Sholmes, we were together on the SS Buria. Yes, of course, the Buria. And let me see. What happened on that voyage? It was Kazumi Asogi. He died, tragically, but you were a great help to us. Yes, but of course, the case of Mr. Asogi. It was the one with the snake, wasn't it? Technically it was a snake, but it wasn't involved. Oh, well, you seem to remember something of it, at least. What an honor to be remembered vaguely by the great Herlock Sholmes. Yeah, vaguely. This is Mr.
Oh, no, my dear madame, hold your tongue. I pride myself on my superior powers of recollection. Your names are safely recorded in my brain act. Miss Naruto and Mr. Susato. That's close. Ooh. Try the other way around, Mr. Sholmes. Ah ha ha ha! I lose the first round. In truth, I had hoped to invite you both to my Baker Street suite the day we arrived in London, but some Scotland Yarders ambushed me out the railway station and whisked me away to a crime scene. It was an entirely trivial case, of course. I solved the matter in no time more than 30 minutes. See, they apprehended Saseki-san in that short amount of time. I'm afraid the pursuance of a new case has dulled my recollection of my past involvements a little. It is a mistake to think that one's brain attic has elastic walls and can extend to any extent. I know I must forget the useful facts, lest they should elbow out the useful ones. Yes, those are my own words of inimitable wisdom. You know, from an adventure entitled A Study in Scarlet. Please, there's no need to quote yourself. I don't always remember my pearls of wisdom, but unfortunately my associate pens them beautifully. He means Iris, I suppose. Mr. Sholmes, we have some extremely important questions to ask you about the trivial case you just mentioned. Goodness, what an earnest expression. My dearest madame, I should be only too pleased. This murky room is an apt place to discuss the murky case. Okay, great. We know this to be the lodgings of a Japanese foreigner, a student by the name of Suzeki Natsumi. It seems that you assisted in his arrest, Mr. Sholmes, for the stabbing of a young woman outside here on Brew Road. Natsumi, yes, I believe it was her name, rather along those lines. But Mr. Natsumi denies it. Was it really justifiable to arrest him on so little? Sorry, Mrs. Zato, but I have not the slightest idea what you mean. What? I can't believe he was looking Susato-san squarely in the eye while feigning ignorance. I assure you I'm not really feigning ignorance. It would appear as if the pair of you are under some misapprehension. Oh, how? I assure you that I have no recollection of accusing your astute compatriot of the crime. But that doesn't make sense. The detective of Scotland Yard made the following request of me, and I quote verbatim. We need you to ascertain the identity and whereabouts of a man seen fleeing the crime scene. Oh. Ah, a man seen fleeing. There were a number of books scattered on the pavement of the scene. For the book plates, I was quickly able to determine the bookshop from which they had been purchased. On speaking with the proprietor, I was immediately led to his address. Elementary, would you say? I believe there's a receipt around here somewhere from the establishment in question. So, you don't think Mr. Natsumi is the culprit then? I cannot tell you, but it was aggravating my faculties. He says, that's why I returned here. However, this place is such a trove of fascinating books, I found myself quite lost in bibliophile. Bibliophile.
To be a bibliophile is to be like a fan of library.
Yeah. Do not be deceived into believing that I am a man of leisure. No. Oh dear. Okay, the landlord. Tell me. Have you encountered the landlord of these lodgings? Yes, Mr. Gerdev, a retired military man. Definitely not. It was the first time I've ever seen a soldier from the Great British Institution at this. That is in the services. It was the first time I've ever met a maid from the Great British Institution that is service. I don't think it was that funny. I do apologize. As you may well be aware, many households in London employ a maid.
Yes, I read as much in my Great Britain primer.
And so, conversely, whether or not household employs a maid has come to betoken the social standing of those dwelling therein. Betoken their social standing? Sorry? Put simply, my dear fellow, those who employ at least a single maid are considered middle class. Those who do not are beneath that. In the upper echelons of society, of course, households employ enough staff to constitute a large family.
Goodness, how extraordinary.
As you can appreciate, for those on the precarious boundary between the middle and lower classes, being able to afford just one maid is of the first importance. I had no idea. It is for precisely that reason that I find great stimulation in the situation upstairs. Specifically in the retired army veteran, Mr. John Gerardeb.
Oh?
Affable as he is, the fellow is hiding something. Yeah, obviously. Whether or not it boasts on the circumstances of this case, I is yet unable to ascend. Actually, so far he's actually been pretty smart, besides like mixing up our names, but like he looked at the books at the scene, figured out where they were bought, talked to the store owner of who bought them, to then find the address for here, to figure out who fled from the scene. And then he's already sure that the dude upstairs is hiding something. He's actually pretty spot on.
It's really weird. Why is he so good now and he was such an idiot on the ship case?
I don't
Is
know.
it because he had to be an idiot in the ship case in order to basically increase like the drama, increase the suspense or whatever, to make us think he thinks we're guilty?
I don't know. He's probably gonna do something stupid in a bit, but like right now it's like this guy's actually spot on right now.
Yeah, in the second half of the ship case or something, after we found what's her face, the ballerina girl.
Yeah.
After we found her, he went into overdrive and he basically laid out like his predictions and stuff went from like stupid to mostly on.
Yeah.
To the point where you could just fill in a little bit of the blanks, and you'd basically be right.
Yeah.
I don't understand what's going on here.
It's very interesting.
Sean's like bipolar or something. Is he just really bad sometimes and really good other times? It's strange.
No. I guess he lives in Great Britain, so the whole book thing he probably knew something about, of like how to, you can find somebody's identity that way, so that's not particularly hard to see, but I don't know. Interesting.
So is he functioning as an actual character, or is he a background in world building device?
I think he is a functioning character in this series.
No, I mean like, what is he doing right now? Is he competent because
He-
he's intended to build the world right now and give us background information? Or is he being competent because his character is supposed to be competent?
He seems like at least right now, he's being very competent because the police arrested Mr. Natsumi. But he came back here because, like, he's trying to figure out, like, if Mr. Natsumi is actually guilty.
Okay.
Because they
There's
just
no one
assumed he
for that.
was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thoroughly lost in what he means to say. The dingy room. This room is thoroughly suffocating for the soul, my dear fellow. I assure you, any man who is lost to dwell in a place such as this will stab somebody sooner or later. Mr. Natsumi has stabbed no one. But sooner or later, as I said, I don't believe that's the issue here. About this dark little room, Mr. Sholmes. Why is there no longer a window? Do you have any idea? No window? Well, I mean, I can clearly see that there is a window of sorts. But it's all been completely blocked with bricks. Ah, I see. The answer to that question is quite simple. Window tax. Window tax? Is that a thing? Window tax? Hold on.
Girl, guy.
Window. I'm looking this up right now because I'm actually very interested in that. Window tax. England. Imposed in England in 1696, the tax, a kind of predecessor of the modern property tax, was levied on dwellings with the tax liability based on the number of windows.
Yeah.
So yeah, they really poor. They hella broke. That's interesting. Window tax, what's that? Surely not a tax on windows? Precisely that. Oh my goodness. Until relatively recently, a tax was levied on households in this country by the number of their windows. Those of lesser means, having inherited a sizable and costly family home, perhaps rapidly close up windows up, while the rich opened windows here and there and everywhere, in an effort to curry favor with those in power by furnishing them with large sums of tax money. How awful and unjust, forcing people to live in rooms devoid of light. Indeed, a disease was rife as a result. So some 40 years ago, or thereabouts, that window tax was abolished. Ah, okay, because this is an old house, right. But that's interesting. But its legacy remains, as you can see. It's, well, in squalid lodgings such as these, for example. I suppose Mr. Natsumi's stipend for living here in London isn't very generous, perhaps. It would appear so. I have done a little digging, and discovered that those lodgings were offered at an extraordinarily low price. Because the room is so awful, I should think. Apparently Mr. Natsumi only moved in here about 1 week ago. Yes, that's correct. However, I don't believe the low rent is explained by the shabby nature of the accommodation. Oh? Still, that is of little relevance here. A matter not worthy of further attention. Are you sure? I'm curious now. Did they make the rent so low so then somebody would move in and then maybe take the fall for something? You get what I mean?
Whoa, that's next level. I don't know. How would you make this person be at the same place at the same time in order to go?
I don't know. Interesting. Well, I believe I told you all I can tell. Thank you, Mr. Shams. Ah, yes, Mr. Naruto. Was it not your intention to become a practitioner of law? You remembered that, did you? Will you perhaps be offering your services in this very matter, I wonder? To the occupant of this room, Mr. Natsumi, was it? That's actually correct. I'm not sure. Not sure? On what grounds? Well, I actually defended someone in court here only yesterday. Really? Well, then I congratulate you, sir, on an ambition realized. And so promptly, too. The thing is, it's really made me question things. Am I right to believe in my clients? To trust in their innocence? Yes, trust. Mr. Shams? Mr. Natsumi didn't do it, did he? My dear fellow, I haven't the first idea! Oh, but I thought that's why you were here. Didn't you come back to investigate? Yes, that wasn't even my initial intention. But there are simply too many fascinating books here. I couldn't possibly ignore them. Oh, I see. Nevertheless, there are two facts I can state quite oh my gosh, I know how to say this word.
equivalently, but my brain and my mouth are not working together right now. Because I'm like, I know how to say that word, but I can't. My brain is like, how do I move my mouth in the way to say that, though? The man who fled the scene of the crime 2 days ago was the Japanese occupant of this room, and there are witnesses who swear to having seen the same man commit the crime. That is all I have to say. And one more thing. Oh, what is it, Mr. Sholmes? Tell us. I cannot say with any certainty whether or not it is of relevance to this case, but I am quite sure that the retired army man who owns this property is hiding something. Mr. Gerda is? Mr. Sholmes said as much before, actually, didn't he? Anyway, at present, that is really all that plays on my mind in relation to this case. Mr. Naruhodo, as yet our investigations have uncovered nothing that could help establish Mr. Natsumi's innocence. No, you're right. Perhaps it's time we probed a little deeper into Mr. Gerda's secret. Just remember, I cannot be sure whether the landlord's secret will prove to be of relevance or not. But I wish you every success, of course, Mr. Naruto. A busy man indeed. He's gone back to his book in the corner of the room. Is there anything else over here? Books. Excuse me, Mr. Sholmes. Yes, so true. To be or not to be? That is indeed the question, Mr. Naruto. To be or not to be brushed off, then is the question, and the answer is all too clear. Let's leave Mr. Sholmes in peace, shall we? Okay. That's not what I want. I'm trying to... No! Trying to press the back button. Back button. There. Okay. No. Okay. So let's go back to here. Oh, are they gone? Ooh. Oh no, they're here.
Oh, you bear again. Tell me, was the detective chap, I forget his name, still hard at work down there?
Mr. Herlock Sholmes?
Ah, yes, rings a vague bell. All that detective business isn't really my thing, I'm afraid.
Well, Mr. Sholmes is in his element down there.
Jolly good show. Another cup of tea, you please, Joanne. Now then, why don't you tell me why? For the umpteenth time, woman, will you watch that? What you're very well doing?
I shall be serving dinners shortly, sir.
Yes, of course. Frightfully rude of me, but I'm afraid I shall have to ask you to take your leave, if you'd be so kind.
Oh, yes, of course. We are deeply grateful for all your assistance.
Not at all. Don't get much chance to talk with young foreigners like yourself. It's been a pleasure. Best of luck and all that. Perhaps you could see yourselves out.
According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Gerda is hiding something. And since no other avenues of investigation seem open to us at the moment, perhaps we should do some digging.
I see you. I see you.
That motherfucker. I see you. What are you doing? What? You were just reading. You were just down there reading. When did you get up here? What's he doing over there? Mr. Sholmes?
This is like the third time he's done.
Aha, women again, my dear fellows.
We were just talking to you.
Good gracious, when did you sneak in here?
Herlock Sholmes, sir, at your service. Whatever were you doing over by the window?
I am given to watch the evening sky as the sun sets, madame. It's sunny and cheerful as the room downstairs undoubtedly is. It lacks an aperture for such observation. So I took the liberty of burning a small corner of space by the window up here. Well,
keeping an eye out to one's windows at dusk is the prudent thing to do in London, I'm gathering.
And one other thing, Mr. Naruto. Oh, me? I thought perhaps you might be in need of certain great detectives' gray minds. Wait, he's not talking about... Is he... I didn't expect to be going through that again so soon. Oh, yep, we're doing a great deduction. Do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? There is a mighty secret in this modest room. My eyes see even the most trivial of trifles. I taking your prepare, Mr. Naruto? I think so. There's just time enough for one of my greatly admired great deductions. Let's conclude the matter before dark. Okay, here we go. Mr. Garrett, though it would seem you are a military man of considerable distinguished service, your standing as a landlord is most certainly not what one might call first rate. I'm afraid, sir, that is all too clear to me. There are two conclusions I have been able to draw by careful observation of your living arrangements. I beg your pardon. First, is that even as we speak, you are concealing the presence of a ferocious beast in your care. And the second is that as a result of the beast's violent rampage, you have lost something very dear to you. Mr. Naruto, look! The old man broken out in a cold sweat. Unbelievably, it seems Mr. Sholmes' conclusions are both spot on. How could you possibly... How can I possibly know you mean to inquire? The answer couldn't be simpler, sir. But in the dense jungle of logic and reasoning, I am the king of beasts. Oh. And I know only too well that the wild beasts are not easily tamed. So, shall we begin? Once again, Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Great deduction. The game is afoot. Alright, here we go. It certainly shouldn't take a great detective to see. At first, some beast has been on the rampage of late within these four walls. Thus, we are faced with the question, what form might this beast take? For a man with a military breeding, your eyes are uncommonly candid. Your furtive glance, Mr. Gardev, leads us directly to the answer. The lion. Yeah, you're gonna see the lion. It's not the lion. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that lion statue. Yes, though an army man, you appear imposing at best. A fact that has fueled your admiration for the mighty lion, the king of beasts. What is this piffle, I ask you? In the end, your admiration became so great, in fact, that you had a living, breathing specimen shipped from India, which you tried to keep in this very house. What? Wait, there was something on the side of his face. Like, he had, like, a scar.
On the other side of his face?
Yeah, like, kind of like a burn scar or something on his side of his face. On the other side of his face. Because there was, like, a red spot.
Yeah, I didn't see it when he moved, when he slumped in his chair.
Yet living with such a wild beast proved more difficult than you had imagined. The chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence. Well, yet as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Madame? Me? I pray you do not consider an unchivalrous, but it is plain to me with one glance in your direction. It is? Oh. Your jaws pocket gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. For protruding from it is an handbill advertising a circus show. Huh. Yes, you sought to dispose of this terrifying lion, Mr. Girdeb.
at Betty's Circus, a traveling show currently sojourning in a nearby park. I have observed the Thames. You sold the savage lion, sir, to the circus. I most certainly did not. I believe I made my points. The fearsome beast, which ran amok in this room, was an Indian lion. And a simple visit to the circus now will reveal the lion prancing dutifully through the ring of fire. No. Okay, topic 2. Aftermath. No, Mr. Girdub. It is blatantly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Indeed, and that Blithpo's distress this loss has caused you is veritably impenetrable. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders, the pain you feel from being reeled by that sporting arm. Amid the fits of tears, you let your beloved beast go. No, it's on the side of his face. There's a mark on the side of his face. I know there is. The strain of losing something so dear to you is clearly visible in your visage. See, right there! Right under his eye. The side that's facing the fire. Are you muted? Did you mute yourself?
I missed that.
Yeah. But you see it? It's red there. It's a different color.
Is that his ear?
No, that's like his cheek. Cause it's like, that's right, that's his eye. You can see the eyelashes.
He's got a bandage over his eye. He's got a patch over his eye.
No, he has, no, cause he's blinking. He's blinking. Blink. But under his eye, on his cheek, on his other cheek, he has like a mark on it.
Okay, yeah, there's definitely something there though. There's definitely something there.
Nonsense, man, I simply... But what we must now ask ourselves is the true cause of this pain. And we only need to follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Yes, it is this pile of bills that has given rise to the pain you suffer. Every envelope contains another demand for payment. For cartloads of meat, potatoes, wheat, and tea. Indeed, being your beloved has had devastating impact on the financial circumstances of your household. And so you had no choice but to let it go. Yes, well,
Your groceries are too expensive. This should come with a trigger warning in 2024.
yeah, I think that they had fired the cannon in the house, I think, that's what has happened. Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack. Unimaginable? Yeah, there was a fire. Cause the candle was still lit and lit this on fire. Look, there's even a burnt book over there.
Oh wow, yeah. Alright, there we go. We're getting somewhere.
Aftermath, the witch can clearly be seen by observing the carpet over there. Very expensive woolen carpet, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, dearie me. What could have caused such a destructive outburst? This time, madame, I'm afraid it's you who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me. Your wondering eye has settled upon the answer very nearly indeed. The cakes. As to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only look at the tower of cakes. Huh? There is no creature more dangerous on this earth than a beast with an unsatisfied appetite. Was it or was it not once said by a certain noble women, if they had no bread, let them eat cake? Food is at the heart of all tragedy, in fact. Oops, didn't mean to press it. Whatever do you mean? Having tired of the taste of cake, the beast began to stalk its next prey. I'm sure I need not spell out the nature of this final act of destruction carried out by the beast. There's only one logical conclusion. Worked into a frenzy by hunger, the lion attacked and ate the carpet. The teeth marks in the carpet are a perfect match with those of a lion I once saw in India. No. How about no? Thus concludes Herlock Shalom's great deduction of this beastly puzzle. No. Yeah. What is the matter with you, Joanne? You're pouring scalding hot tea all over me. I'm sorry, Mr. Garrett. I'm afraid I didn't notice. Deductions can be startlingly sharp. That is weird to say. Startlingly. No, I don't like that. That's too much.
Too much of a tongue twister for your liking.
I don't know. Sharp. It stands to reason that your cup runneth over. Indeed, my revelations can make people spill tears at times, too. Oh.
No, they were mostly just listening to your stupidity, Sherlock.
Yeah. Mr. Sloms, sorry to butt in again, but could I make an observation? Why, certainly, Mr. Naruto. What is it? Again. Well, your deductions just now, do you think a lion could have fit inside a room of the size? Indeed, it is only explanation of the facts. The terrifying truth all too often lies beyond the realms of common sense. Wouldn't it be an idea to consider what lies inside the realms of common sense as well? But if an uncaged lion had run amok in this very room, surely Mr. Garadeb and his maid would have been hurt, or worse. That's where you are stuck. No doubt the former mountain man held his own against the beast using that large cannon. I thought you said that they sold the lion to the circus. And what about the food? Meat and potatoes are one thing. But I don't believe I've ever heard of a lion that drinks tea. My dear Mrs. Otto, it occurs to me with some regularity that irrespective of race and breeding, whenever anyone lands on Great British soil, they are infused with a highly appropriate taste for afternoon tea, including a lion.
Right.
Oh, what a glorious notion. What a glorious notion. Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, it's your turn to shine again. I had a feeling that was coming. That's like a message. That's all Mr. Sholmes' deductions need. You can do it. Excellent. I've been waiting for my trusty partner and deduction to step forward, Mr. Naruhodo.
Don't involve us in this.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. We don't even know yet whether or not this is going to help with Mr. Natsumi's case. Still, uncovering the truth is always worthwhile, whatever the motivation. At least that's what I want to believe. Start again. From the beginning. For Herlock Sholmes, logic and reasoning spectacular! Alright, let's do this again. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Slomes. Nature of the beast. Rampaging. Certainly shouldn't take a great detective to see. The fearsome beast has been on the rampage of late within these four walls. Thus, we are faced with a question. Which form might this beast take? For a man with a military breeding, your eyes are uncommonly candid. Aye. Your furtive glance, Mr. Gerdub, leads us directly to the answer. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed at the lion statue. Yeah, no, it's not. I really don't see the lion thing coming.
No, but if you observe Mr. Caradub's reaction, it rather seems as though some beast did indeed run amok in here in this room. Yeah, something the very fierce nature, but it couldn't have been a lion transported from India. So what was it then? A fire. We must follow Mr. Caradub's ways. That will lead us to the true answer.
Okay. The fire shells or the fire? Okay, probably the shells, yeah. But these are shells for the cannon, are they? What a strange place to keep them.
I imagine they have some significance to Mr. Garadeb from his time in the army.
Of course, he mentioned about it to us before, didn't he? Do you remember? He said that he had been shot in the knee. Perhaps it was one of these that shot him?
If a round that size had hit his knee, there'd be nothing left of it. Mr. Garadeb, for that matter. Mr. Solms has a prison slipper,
and this man has spent shells. Perhaps it's customary in Britain to display well rubbish on the mantelpiece.
Take that!
Or shells. Oh, is it not? Yeah, no. No. Okay. It is. I think it is the fire then. Okay. Oh my gosh. I know. Okay, how can I... Oh! Picture.
What's this photograph? It appears to be from Mr. Garadub's wedding. He looks very happy, doesn't he?
He does, but you can't make out his bride.
Oh, how unfortunate. Something must have struck the glass directly over the woman's face.
I wonder what happened. Probably best not to delve too deeply here. Is there anything else I can look at? The shells. Can I not look at the fire? No, so it has to be the picture then. No, I didn't want to click on it again, whoops.
Take that!
No? And the lines that show on the mantelpiece, most deliberately hidden from view, is a photograph. If I examine it in detail, I can assure that it holds the answer. Then put okay. How do I select the fire?
Maybe you don't get.
Okay, this is annoying. Oh my gosh. Shut up. Looking. Look me. Fire. Not the shells. Not there. Not there. Then what? Where? I don't. Fire! Fireplace! What caused damage to the room? Fire! I'm so confused. These.
don't understand. Only thing else I can
Take that!
do is the Brian statue. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I'd love to look and find it where the fuck it is. You know, like the fire. I'm so confused. What is going on? Okay, hold on.
Maybe you're supposed to guess wrong first.
I don't know. Oh.
What?
So you go in here, look at this.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That was weird. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that newlywed bride. Right. That does actually make sense. As I see, Mr. Naruto, no other explanation can possibly fit. Yes, this framed pictures your wife, Mr. Girdub. And while we limit the fact that her face is obscured, we can still make out her mighty arms and note the considerable horsepower they must contain.
Wait.
I know, it
Wait.
looks like the maid.
Yes. He's making his wife seem like the maid to increase his social standing.
Yeah. Oh, indeed, really any woman of such powerful constitution would be honored to be described as a beast. Honored might be stretching a point. Too late, the fact remains that the beast which so clearly savaged this room was your wife, Mr. Girdub. The chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence. Well, yes, as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Madame? Me? I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but it's plain to me with one glance in your direction. It is? Your dress pocket gives us hints. Yeah, no. I'm assuming she has a ring on. Poor, fragile, defenseless woman is beside herself. Well, I don't know about fragile. Oh, dear. Anyway, Mr. Slums is quite right. There's no sign of Mr. Girdub anyway. But it seems there may be a clue as to her whereabouts. A clue that this maid is trying to hide. I wonder where Mr. Girdub's wife could be. I'm assuming. Yep, ring. Right there. She's wearing a very large ring, look. Oh yes, a sunflower design with some rather nice embellishments. And it's on the ring finger of her left hand, which means it's surely a wedding ring. Looks like it's on there for life too. I can imagine it would slide off a finger of that size. That's something to think, Mr. Naruhodo, not to say. Do you know Mr. Karadub's wife in the photograph had a ring very much like that? This one? It was a large sunflower design as well. Really? You have a great memory for these things. Large sunflower wedding ring. Quite coincidence they have the same ring, isn't it? Yeah, coincidence. There we go. Your wedding ring gives us a handsome clue. Wedding ring gives us a handsome... your wedding ring gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. Indeed it does. That flowery band gleaming on your finger gives you away. For it is identical to the one shown on the hand of Mr. Garadub's bride in this photographic print. In other words, you are no ordinary household maid. No. You are Mr. Garadub's lucky bride. You are Miss Garadub herself. Oh my. Weird. Okay. Well, jolly fine deducting, sir. As you rightly surmise, this is the wife, yes, my Joanne. Well, let herself go, you might say, but she was a... Yeah, you should stop talking. It would appear that you don't live in the most comfortable circumstances. After all, you are a retired army man, yet you are in the business of renting out our rooms. I would assume, therefore, you have insufficient means to employ a maid. That'd be correct. It's not right, I tell you. I was second lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment. A man has his pride, don't you know? Golly, sorry thing when a chap can't even afford to have a single maid in his employ. Yes, here in London, one is rather judged. A household cannot be considered worthy of society if it is employs no step at all. Though in my considered opinion, such concerns about appearance are a folly. You mean Mr. Garadub has his wife work as his maid? Precisely. Alright, Mr. Garadub. Only in company, obviously. But listen here. This must remain a secret. Tip-top secret, please. Alright. Reaching wife from Mr. Garadub. Okay, we got that part figured out, but there's still the fire. No, Mr. Garadub. It is plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Indeed, and that with oaths, the distress this loss has caused you is veritably visible. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders. You feel being revealed by that supporting arm. Mr. Shams is quite something. He's still calling Mr. Garadub's wife a beast. Yes, as a woman, that feels rather uncomfortable. But Mrs. Garadub is standing beside her husband as we speak. In other words, he hasn't lost his beloved at all, has he? Oh, how true. So perhaps that supporting arm that seems to be propping up his head has some other significance then. According to Mr. Shams, Mr. Garadub's pain is tangible, though. Could that cause of his release? Okay, so the mark on his face is he got slapped on the face. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders, the pain you feel being revealed by that slapped cheek. And of course, the delivery of that impressive mark on your cheek that refuses to fade. Was you, Madame Joanne Garadub? Yeah. So she hit him so hard that he broke the shelving and stuff? Oh my god. And it caused the candle to fall down and cause a bit of a fire. That's what happened.
That's funny.
That's funny. You have been desperate to hide the slap mark on your cheek, sir. Yeah, by facing away from us.
Ugh. Oh, the blazes. How did you work that out, man? Nothing escapes the notice of one trained in the art of observation, my dear fellow. That's why you haven't looked directly at us, even once. To keep your other side from view. Now, let us proceed to the next conundrum. Why were you such addiction to such a violent slap? In other words, we must ask ourselves, what caused Madame Gerdeb to fly into a rage? And we need only follow deduction and brigades to find the answer. Yes, it's the pile of bills that has been given to the bean. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Didn't Mr. Slope say the bills were for a line folder? Yes, but now we've established that the line never existed, which can only mean that the thing responsible for gobbling up all that food was Mr. Gerard's wife. Listen to her hood, she's a person, not a thing. Yes, well, she's also a person who gave her husband a mighty slap around the face. One so hard that it left a perfect hand mark, in fact. Yes, why would a woman want to hit her husband with such force, I wonder? I'd love to know the answer to that question. Okay, what is that? Bookmark? What is it? What is it? Oh! Ah, someone must be reading this book in the moment. There's a bookmark here, look. Mr. Gerardeb is clearly an avid reader. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think this is the bookmark. Oh no, so it isn't. It's a note written in a woman's hand. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. And look next to the signature here. That marks. Made with lipstick. Oh, what a passionate and romantic gesture. Don't get any ideas to that was on. Oh dear, I'm sorry. So this bookmark is actually a love note then. Okay. Broken plate. Yeah, I think that was just did everything else, so. Yeah, okay. But this, yeah, Joanne, I think we may be getting into dangerous territory here. Okay. Yeah, it's the bookmark. Yes, and is the love note that has given rise to the pain you suffer. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. Passionate indeed. Perhaps the sender of this note, a certain Miss Mary, is the fly in the ointment here. What? I don't know the body woman.
Yeah.
You don't know her. Yeah, I'm assuming he got this book and it just had that bookmark in it. That was from whoever last owned that book.
I should hope so, for his sake.
Yeah, because I don't know if his first name is James. You don't know her. That note wasn't written to me. It was just in the book. I don't know how it got there. It was just in the book in there, you say? That's right, that's what happened. A likely story. Now listen here, Joanne. Whole thing I explained at the time. I bought the book at the secondhand place, and that note must already have been there. So the previous owner of the book was using the note as a bookmark, you mean? That's right. That's what I've been saying. A likely story. For heaven's sake, woman, look at the name. It's written to James. My name, in case you forgot, is John. A likely story. Are
I know what your name is.
Are you questioning my name now? And there we have it. Arouse the suspicions of the female heart, and you unleash a beast with a most fierce, ferocious bite. Ugh. Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack. Unimaginable? Yeah, aftermath of which can be clearly seen by observing the carpet over there. Very expensive wooden carpet. Woolen carpet, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, dearie me. What could have caused such a destructive outburst? This time, madame, and I'm afraid it is you who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me. The wondering eye has settled upon the answer very neatly indeed. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we only need to look at the Tower of Cakes. No. But surely Miss Garabelle didn't eat the carpet? No, of course not. But there doesn't seem to be any doubt that the state of disarray from this room is a result of her wild temper. No, that's true. So is this the last part of Mr. Stone's seduction that we need to fix? We need only to follow Mrs. Gerdub's gaze, and that will tell us the real answer. Alright, let's see what we can see. Yes. Okay, so we then look at the circus. This is an advertising handbill for the circus. Penny Circus is a nearby park. Isn't that the same as the one we saw earlier? The one that was floating up in Miss Garabelle's pocket? Perhaps they're very great circus lovers? It couldn't be that the Hungry Lion is somehow involved again here, could it? Oh dear, I hope not. Okay, now, give me the canister. Can I look at that, please? Alright. This looks like a very old candlestick, doesn't it? The base looks too small. Surely it's not usable. It looks to me like even the slightest knock would make it topple over. Oh dear, that would be dangerous. Wait, take a closer look at this. There's one candle missing. Yes, I didn't notice that before. Why is that, I wonder? Why is one candle of the three missing from its holder? Okay, so I think it's the candle. Yeah, that's the candle. Yeah.
Take that!
Yeah, kind of sick. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we only need to look at the candlestick. Most illuminating, my dear fellow, and of course the only possible way out of this logical labyrinth. Yes, the remnants of the ferocious attack in which the carpet was devoured are clearly visible. Indeed they are. The scorch marks at the edge clearly give the truth away. Scorch marks? It would appear that this room was the scene of a little marital altercation. Miss Garabelle's mighty arm muscles left an impression not only on her husband's face, but on the entire room. The force of her strike caused a candle to fall from the holder. And in seconds, the carpet was alight and the whole corner of the room went in flames. Yes, for the most ferocious beast in this world is neither a violent lion nor a vengeful woman, but fire. And in this room, that ferocious beast bared its claws and ran amok. Eloquently put, my dear fellow, and so you can see there is but one conclusion here. After the sparks of marital discord flew, this room was the scene of a fire. Hope he gets. Mr. Sholmes, sir. I salute you! And he's down for the count. Oh, she got him.
It's funny.
Carpet scorched by a small fire. Solved. Alright. Reduction complete. Elementary. Alright. It's these dash long winter nights, you know. Nothing to do but read in front of the fire. Luckily, there's a jolly good second-hand bookshop just around the corner. Buy all my old novels there. And in the pages of one particular novel, he discovered some rather illicit material. For which your wife, and
admonished? Matt admonished you harshly,
Yeah,
it
admonished.
seems.
Don't know about admonish. Demolish might be rather closer to the mark. And beast is most certainly an apt.
Here we go again. And the carpet was that destroyed by a fire when a candle fell on the floor?
Very to say it was. Happened in the blink of an eye, you know. The whole place filled with smoke. Couldn't see a bloody thing.
So you couldn't see the thing that happened across the street.
I was caught between the old stick's rage and the raging flames.
You will paint a torrid picture, sir. One that would have been most entertaining. That's sympathy for you.
Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. The bloody furniture started going up as well. We've had to hide the mess behind the screen for the time being.
Okay, well, can we look at that? Over here, Mr. Garrett?
Well, you have nothing more to hide now if you'll allow me.
That's what I am here. Curious. Okay.
And all my favorite old novels in that case. As soon as the fire got hold of them, that was it. Whoosh! Up in smoke.
Gosh.
And the fire started hurling things at me.
What a terrible sight it must have been.
There was I, back up against the window, under heavy enemy fire, incendiary books coming 10 to the dozen. Worst of it is, I lost my favorite, the book called The Lion's Pride. The Lion's Pride, yes, your notorious love of big cats coming through again. I assure you the title didn't influence my choice in the slightest.
So the poor man really did lose something dear to him as a result of the ferocious beast rampage. Mr. Sloane's detections turned out to be correct once again. It can only be described as a great British wonder.
I tell you, it was a total carnage. Flames everywhere, the old stick in full battle.
Out of interest, what time of day was that?
Not sure I can remember. It was 2 days ago now. Let's say around 5 o'clock, I think.
Yep. So at exactly the same time, as a terrifying incident was unfolding outside your window on the street below.
Even more terrifying on the inside, I can assure you. Oh, Blightly could have been flattened outside my window at that moment. I wouldn't have noticed the dash thing.
Oh, really? Is that it? Mr. Sholmes?
Yes, Mr. Naruto. What can I do for you?
Well, I think we've got to the bottom of Mr. Garrett situation now. But what does it have to do with Mr. Natsumi's circumstances?
I can't help you there, I'm afraid.
What?
My dear fellow, if you recall, I did say as much from the outset. I warned you that, although I knew the retired army man to be hiding something, I could not be sure whether his secret would prove to be of relevance or not.
I just knew you were going to say that.
Now, Mr. Naruto, you mustn't lose heart. Bear in mind, all things fall into one of only 2 categories. Those relevant to the case, and those not.
That makes no sense to me.
Well, no matter. It is of far greater importance that you make up your mind now.
Sorry?
Visiting hours at the prison will soon be over.
Oh no! Is it that time already? If we're to accept Mr. Natsumi's case, we have official paperwork to attend to. So that's it. No more time to think. Perhaps you'd like to betake yourselves to bidding us farewell now. I must have suffered from Mr. Gerdeb. Oh, yes. I'm so sorry. Thank you both very much for your time. Soseki-san will be waiting for us, and I'm going to have to give him an answer. Alright, can we look at the fire stuff? What a miserable sight. Oh dear, but at least the whole room was engulfed in flames.
I suppose so. My whole collection went up in smoke, you know? All those novels I adored so much.
Squirrel John, whose fault is that?
Not mine, that's for sure.
Well, whoever may or may not be to blame, I'm quite sure you can buy some new old books to replace them, can't you?
New old books? Bally nonsense.
Does sound like a contradiction in terms, but then these two are full of contradictions. Hehe, that's couples for you, Mr. Naruhodo. Or so I've been led to believe. Okay. Let's go talk to our client. It's time, Mr. Naruhodo. We must hurry back to the prison. Yes, I know. Let's hail a care. Oh. What's the matter? It looks like something's going on over there in front of the Garadeb's house. Oh shit, what? Oh!
The heck?
Oh, know thee not, old man, fall into thy prayers. Why you calling an old man, you rum-looking empty chimney? There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy.
Who's this Horatio fella? What are you on about?
Excuse me.
What the? Where are you now?
I'm sorry, it just looked as though there might be some problem here. And my associate here, Mr. Runosuke Naruhodo, is a lawyer, you see.
A lawyer? What?
If I can be of any assistance, I'd be happy to help. I'm from Japan, but I've studied English law.
Tits. Fine, I'll be on my way for today, but you mark my words. This ain't over yet.
Everybody likes saying that. Huh?
Lead to a nunnery.
Do I look like a bloomin' nun to you?
Alright. I do hope you're not injured. Oh, fair Eastern maiden. Oh, it's so gentle. Thank you. What was that all about? There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. I'm not Horatio either. Forgive the inquiry, sir, but are you a lodger here, in the Garadeb residence? Oh, fair Eastern maiden, thou art so right. Yes, I do dwell in this humble abode. Mr. Garadeb mentioned that he had another lodger, didn't he? This must be the man. Is he an actor? Do you happen to know the other lodger who lives on the first floor? Ah, yes, a gentleman named Natsumi. More worthy a palmist in my battle of words, nearer could there be. Sorry? Battle, did you say? Who is the stronger, Hamlet or Macbeth? Mr. Natsumi and I sparred long into the night. Ah, so they became sort of friends over their talkings over books. I see. I don't fully understand, but it seems Mr. Natsumi and this gentleman are acquaintances at least. So fair maiden, so good gentleman, I can tarry the here no longer. Fare thee well. I didn't really understand him, but I think he just returned to his room. It seems he's unaware of what's happened to Mr. Natsumi, so he can't really help us. With Soseki-san and the man as lodgers, the Garadeb house is certainly full of eccentrics. Anyway, I'll go find carriage. Yes, I'm sure Mr. Natsumi is eagerly waiting our return. Let's hope we can get to the prison before visiting hours over. I have a feeling that might be one of our witnesses.
Mm-hmm.
Because of course. Anybody? I don't remember how I did this voice. Oh, it's you! You're here! You came! Locum student, Mr. Naruhodo and Squire. I give
believe you came back! I'm so touched!
We are so sorry to have kept you waiting, Mr. Natsumi.
Oh, no, nothing of it! Nothing of it! Relax! If I were a cat, I would purr with pleasure at the company of such fine compatriots. Noble, nurturing, never failing Nipponese!
Oh, now let's not get carried away. Oh, I quite agree. There's nothing more reassuring than the familiarity of one's native land. On the other hand... Oh, Sholmes.
It is through friendship transcending international borders that one truly appreciates the fact. Such is my belief, in fact. Yes, it's you! The miserable rotten spy! Herlock Sholmes!
Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing here?
I have no intention of doing anything per se, save observing, of course.
Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes?
Well, having encountered some curious reading material in that gloomful room, and having unmasked the secret identity of that eccentric bear, I decided I should drop in on my way home to see how our divested friend is faring. Gloomful room? At least your accommodation here offers a window, my dear fellow. In that sense, it is the superior option. Anyway, I must commend you on your taste in books. My day has been a delight, and cost me not a penny. You! How dare you! Herlock Sholmes! I've had it. I'm through. I'm at the end of my rope. I should never have come to Great Britain. It was a terrible mistake. Haunted by spirits in those accursed lodgings. No doubt my luck will be cursed in tomorrow's trial as well. My whole life is bedamned! Bedamned? Be damned?
Yeah,
Be damned.
What are you thinking, Mr. Naruto? He mentioned that once before, didn't he? That his lodgings were cursed, I mean?
And there is much truth in Mr. Mustache's words. What? This is the wholly appropriate description, I would say, for the man's lodgings, and indeed for the tomorrow's trial.
What's that supposed to mean? What do you mean by that? First trial. Mr. Natsumi, what did you mean by what you said just now? About the trial tomorrow being cursed?
Oh no, why? Why are you looking so grave? You're making me nervous. I was just getting carried away, that's all. I didn't mean anything by it.
Oh, I see. That's really agitated him.
You do mean the trial really is cursed somehow?
Are you referring to the prosecutor, the Reaper of the Bailey?
The Reaper? Oh no, what do you mean? Please, tell me, summarize it. Secondly, in 16th state line words!
No defendant has ever survived a trial in which the Reaper stands for the prosecution ever.
Oh my goodness, can it really be true? That was 16 words exactly!
Yesterday, Mr. Naruto successfully defended someone against the Reaper, but then, after the trial was over, the defendant passed away in unusual circumstances. Mr. McGilded.
What? I am impressed, Miss Sasato. You have an eye for detail.
Actually, the Lord Chief Justice told us. Mr. Sholmes, surely it can't be that having failed to have the accused convicted, Lord Van Zeeks killed the man himself? Oh no, he couldn't have, surely?
You have some wonderful notions.
Sorry?
The man isn't a mass murderer, he's a court prosecutor, my dear fellow.
Oh, yes, why of course he is.
Of course he is then. Why are you trying to scare me? It could be said, however, that the real truth about the man is even more terrifying than your hypothesis.
What on earth do you mean by that? Remember. What does he know? What does Sholmes know? Van Zeeks is quite exceptional man. However, London courts of law, exceptional, does not equate to winning every case without exception. That's good. Suzuki-san looks like he's about to cry tears of joy. As you are no doubt aware, in British criminal trial, there is both a judge and a jury. A judge officiates based on the letter of the law, whilst the jury offers public opinion and common sense. It is an excellent system whereby the defendant's guilt is considered from several points of view. However, public opinion in particular is somewhat easily manipulated. Right. Criminals and corrupt lawyers, for that matter, can use it to their advantage, by any means at their disposal, contriving evidence, calling impostors as witness, and so on. By such underhand means, those who would want to are able to sway the jury, which means that even in the light of irrefutable evidence, the prosecution can fail. But it means the wrong verdict can be passed. And
Yeah, that's what that means.
Yeah. And sadly, as from time to time, my dear madam, is simply the reality of the situation. Oh, I didn't mean to press that. And that's alright. However, those indicted by Lord Van Zeeks cannot escape justice. Their fate is sealed. Oh my. Though the adjudication may see them leave the courtroom with their freedom, within months they all disappear. It is most striking. Disappear? But how? Well, a matter of misfortune, sir. Perhaps they are trampled on a passing carriage. Perhaps they fall into the Thames and drowned. Perhaps they are suddenly overcome by a raging fever. Or perhaps attacked by a highwayman. Oh, no. All examples of the reality of events here in London, I'm afraid, Mr. Naruto. I knew it. I'm a dead dodo, done for, doomed! Cursed lodgings. What do you mean the lodgings are cursed? When he said accursed lodgings before, you were referring to your room at Mr. Gerdeb's house, I assume? Do you mean to say you believe the place is cursed? It's been a year now since I came to Great Britain, but I'd only been in London a week before I started to notice strange feelings in myself. That didn't take long then. Everywhere I looked there were bored faces staring at me, laughing behind my back. I was sure people were talking about me. I started becoming nervous about everything going. They were always staring at me, all the time, from dawn till dusk. So I shut myself away in my room, but even that didn't help. The fear wouldn't go away. You must have been very lonely, having been away from your homeland for such a long time. I've had to move a number of times, most recently to that room on Briar Road a week ago now. Yes, why did you choose there? It seems a little inconvenient. The rent is cheap. I have so little money it appealed to me straight away. Of course, that's why it was so affordable. The landlord just and said, "The room is cursed." Oops. He quickly tried to recover his mistake, but it was too late. So I told him, "If you have something to say, then say it. But if not, don't mention it to me in the first place. Don't mention it in the first place." Yes, well said. But it was true. It was all true. You mean the room really is cursed then? Ever since I moved into that windowless hellhole, my sleep has been plagued with nightmares. I wake feeling as though I'm being choked to death. And in my waking hours, people are stabbed in front of me as I walk down the street. I'm branded a killer, thrown in prison. Nobody wants to know me. I'm surrounded by scary, sinister spirits. If only there was someone, just one person on my side. Can no one find it in his or her heart to believe me? Really, no one at all? To believe? Yes, to believe. Yeah. I believe Mr. Naruto. Mr. Sholmes? Me, Mr. Naruto. Brian, what can I do for you? It's about the case on the SS Burya.
if you recall. The Bruya. Ah, that case. The one with the snake. Kinda. Well, yes. At that time, I was the suspect, but you believed in me and listened to my side of the story, and you helped us to investigate. I did I? Interesting. What I want to know is, why? Why did you believe me? I see, yes, you mean... Because you were a grimly dressed, shady Eastern fellow found with the victim in a locked room? Well, if you like, yes. I'm a little surprised that the answer requires explanation, my dear fellow. It's quite simple, really. You said I didn't do it, but I could have been lying. Surely you must have had your doubts. You must have suspected me a little. I think perhaps you have misunderstood. I neither recall believing in you, or in that which you were telling me. What? You see, the only things I believe in are those I choose to believe in.
What? What do you mean, Mr. Sholmes?
I make up my own mind about what is to be believed and what is not. If I should like to believe in something, I do. Circumstances can't hang as far as I am concerned. But I could have betrayed your trust. In that case, I should have made an elementary error of judgment, nothing more. Betrayal of trust is an overused excuse, in my opinion. Meaning, whether or not one should trust another is, in the final analysis, down to oneself. It is a matter of whether or not one can trust oneself. Yeah. Yes, he's right. Locum student, Mr. Norwood, Esquire.
Whether or not I can believe myself?
A defense lawyer is only as good as his faith in his client. And that comes down to how much faith he has in himself.
You were so right, Kazuma.
Well, my dear fellows, it's time we were leaving, I believe.
Already?
Visiting hours are over. The guard will be here shortly to escort us out. There is a restaurant near here that serves excellent trout, which you could enjoy me.
Oh dear, there is never enough time, is there? Mr. Natsumi, if you'd like, in the trial tomorrow, I'd be happy to represent you.
Welcome, student, Mr. Naruto Esquire.
As I said, I only experienced a British courtroom for the first time yesterday. And although the man I was representing was found not guilty, I lost sight of something crucial.
Something crucial?
What to believe in? The defendant, justice, or the truth? How to believe, even. But I think I finally worked it out. I decided I must believe in myself above all else, and trust my instincts. Yes, Mr. Naruto. And my instincts are telling me that you, Mr. Natsumi, are innocent of this crime. It is imperative that we prove that in court.
Welcome, student, Mr. Naruto Esquire.
I will fight for your innocence until the bitter end with every weapon available to me, and I hope you'll permit me to represent you tomorrow.
As I said when we first met, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who will listen to me in my native tongue.
Of course, Mr. Natsumi.
It would be fair to say, Mr. Naruto, that your mind was, in many ways, made up from the onset. You merely needed the events of today to fully realize it.
Yes, I think you're right about that. It's been a roundabout journey, but I got there in the end. Mrs. Otto, yes? Would you be willing to stand by my side tomorrow and help me in court? Absolutely. As I said this morning, you may consider me your personal judicial assistant. The shocking events of yesterday's trial will still weigh heavily on my mind, but it's time to stop looking backwards. Cosmo believed in me, and Mr. Sholmes believes in me now too, so it's time. Time that I learned to believe in myself. Soseki-san has no one. He's all alone, so it's my job to help him, to fight his corner. Tomorrow, in the courtroom, with all the strength I can mutter. Ugh. To be continued. I think that might be... Yeah, I think it might be a good time to stop for now. But that was cool. You got to see Mr. Sholmes again.
Yes. I think our client is both guilty and innocent of this crime.
Do you?
Yes.
I don't know.
I think his paranoia is an indicator of something.
Possibly, yeah. Thing is, we
Plus,
don't know
it's kind of another
anything.
tropey. Might be another tropey thing in England from English literature.
Maybe. I don't know. There's like a lot we really don't know about this case, though. Still, we don't know anything about the victim. We don't know anything about like
No, we don't.
like I don't know. There's a lot we don't know. So I really don't have any idea who it could be, but I don't think it's Mr. Naruhodo. I really don't. Cause I don't know, it doesn't seem like he has any sort of reason to start trouble or anything, or have any sort of weapon. Like, you didn't see, there was no weapons or anything in his room.
No, there wasn't.
No. Like, if he was so, like, panicked and, like, thinking somebody's out to get him, you would think he'd have at least a couple weapons on hand.
Yeah,
but there wasn't anything. So, just begs the question of who was the victim, and also more about the guy who lives on the street ground, on the floor, or the bottom floor of the building. Who he was and what's he doing there.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors we don't know about.
The only thing we do know is the couple at the top, the landowners, don't know anything. They didn't see nothing.
Yep.
So, that doesn't really help.
No, it doesn't.
We'll have to find everything out in the court tomorrow, I'm assuming.
You mean Friday?
Yeah, Friday. Yippity yip yips.
Alright. I'm glad we got your son fixed, though.
Yeah. Yeah. That was...
You're not allowed to mess with it until next week.
I don't even know what happened. It was something with my headphones. I don't know why. I'll have to try to check on it before starting the stream and stuff next time.
I think you just brushed in an accident. You switched it off or turned the volume down or something. Something happened in an accident, I think.
I have no idea.
Alright. I'll catch you later.
Yep. See ya. So that is gonna be the end for the stream today. Thank you for coming and hanging out. We're gonna play more of this game next week. And it's gonna be interesting. We're gonna be in court again. Defending Mr. Natsume. He's a cool dude and he has a cat. I like this cat. It was cute. I wanted to pet the cat, but it hid away. Hopefully next time we get to pet a cat. That's That's the goals. That's goals right there. Pet a cat. Next episode. That's for tonight. See you next week for more. Bye 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 bye.